What's happening, LightSaber Radio family? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the show. Today we got a good one because we're talking about master and apprentice duos. What's the most powerful, best combination that we could come up with in our opinions? Now we're doing legends, and technically it's not really, I didn't really pick any real legends because if you think about it, some of the people that I picked have been brought into canon, so they're technically part of canon.
but I mean, some of the stories and like how powerful they are, that's still legends because canon hasn't confirmed their power. You know what I mean?
So, but we're gonna have a fun episode today. We're gonna discuss our top duos, who we think is the top. Then we're gonna go over some the next 5 people within the countdown, the best characters in Star Wars, the Hall of Fame. And we're gonna get to some the impossible quiz. We got Hothbreakers. We got a whole bunch of stuff. We got some news and rumors going on. So we're gonna have a fun episode today. But before we get to all that, we gotta drop that intro video.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
I have a bad feeling about this.
You are now if you only knew the power of darkness.
Let's go.
You are now into LightSaber Radio. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello there.
What's going on, everybody? Yeah, today's gonna be a little bit out because we was talking a little bit about Stan. We have some difference of opinions on a few things here, so this is gonna be a fun episode. I'm guaranteed we're gonna argue a little bit.
I think so.
What's going on, Star Wars team leader Nielsen? What's up with everybody? Nielsen says it was a rough week this week, not having any new Star Wars to watch, but I got a lot of Star Wars at Disney Galaxy's Edge. Got photos with Mando, Vader, BB-8, Chewie, and Rey.
Bro, they got Mando at Galaxy's Edge now?
Yeah. Shit, they got a lot of shit at
Bro, last time I went to Galaxy's Edge, they didn't have Mando.
They got all kind of people running around. I was looking at the little Disney experience fucking thing on the Disney website. Yeah, they got a lot of new shit at Galaxy's Edge. Shit, they should have the money for it. I don't know how they got the money for that after they wasted all the billions of dollars building the fucking Galaxy Star Voyager fucking stupid hotel thing that failed.
Literally
stupid.
Charging your soul to get in.
I want your soul.
But yeah, I feel that. I do kind of miss watching Star Wars. I wish we did have something to criticize. I'm just kidding.
I went back and watched. I just kind of every day I watched the episode. This last week, and then yesterday I got off work. I got home. I had a fucked up day at work yesterday. Friday the 13th was truly the fucking Friday. The truck broke down on me. Bought another truck. That motherfucker didn't work. Got 2 crackheads on the back of the fucking truck that just fucking terrible and fucking want to bullshit and dig through the trash. Yeah, it was fucking, I had a fucking horrible Friday. And then I get home. I get a new camera system because my camera system, when I have cameras up all around my house. And I get the camera system went out. Well, the new one came in yesterday, so I hang up all the cameras, hook it all up, do everything, and I can't get the motherfucker to work. I spent, 2 hours working. I just got tired. So me and the wife went to IHOP, went and got some dinner. Actually, some breakfast for dinner. And then
breakfast for dinner.
We came home, and then I've been dealing with Spotify because Spotify has been messing up my stuff on the Sway podcast. So I've been dealing with them. I've been dealing with them since the 5th. Like, just going back and forth with them. Like, and they keep saying they fixed it. And it's like, dude, it's not fixed. I can look at the analytics and tell that it's not fixed. So I've been dealing with them, deal with that. And so finally last night about, 9 o'clock, I just put on Ahsoka and just sat there and just watched it all. I just watched the whole thing back to back to back to back to back back. I was trying to make myself. And another thing sucked because we had my granddaughter yesterday, but we had to give her back to her mom at 4. I got off work. I'm supposed to get off work at 3. If I'm not on truck or I'm doing the stuff that I'm supposed to be doing, I'm out by 3 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get off work until like 3:45 or 3:30. I get home, it's about 3:40, 3:45. My wife's about to leave to go take the grandbaby home. I got to spend like 2 minutes with her, and then she had to leave. So it sucked. Yeah, it was terrible. It was like the worst Friday the 13th. Everything that could have went wrong yesterday. Now I got to get on the thing with the damn camera company and figure out why the hell my new camera system ain't working. Especially because I spent a shit ton of money on it.
It could have been worse. It could have been worse.
And I've been sick for 2 weeks now. Like, I can't get rid of this damn sickness. Yeah. So, yeah, it's been sucking. It's been a terrible day. But we got other things to talk about. Let's jump over and let's drop this Housebreaker video and get to the Housebreaker so we can get into our top picks. Okay. What's the Housebreaker, Garrison?
All right. So the Housebreaker, because last episode of Ahsoka and Sabine are just kind of stuck there. It seems like they're just chilling. So I wanted to ask, if you were stuck on the planet with Ahsoka and Sabine, what's the first thing you're doing? What are you doing on there? Because that's a boring ass planet. There's not much to do.
Well, I don't, honestly. And then he gets up and walks away. Well, I'll tell y'all. Honestly,
that's a pretty boring planet. I know if Bodhi's in the chat, first thing he's doing is he's trying to get with Sabine.
Well, I wouldn't do that first. Honestly, if you could feel the power of the Force like Balin can feel on that planet, I'm going to look for what Balin's looking for. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm going to go actually, you know what I'm saying? It's been some years. It's been some years since fucking Ezra and fucking Thrawn has been there. I don't know why Ezra hasn't explored more of the planet. Like, Balin found more of the planet in like 3 days than Ezra did in fucking 13 years. You know what I'm saying? Or however long he was there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go explore the planet. That's what I want to go do. I want to go explore it. And then after I get done exploring the planet, if I don't find nothing, I'm trying to hunt Sabine and fucking...
Well, my thing is, like, bro, you could easily explore the entire planet. Like, you just take those fucking turtle things with you. You got your mobile home, like, just cross country. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know. Them fucking things don't move very fast.
But at least you got, like,
that's
food
the thing.
and
They
shit.
got a fucking ship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they got a fucking droid that's like 100,000 years old. You know what I'm saying? Or ever how fucking the droid is. Like, fucking fly around this motherfucker and figure this shit out. That's what I'd be trying to do. I'd be trying to find, so you got to understand, Ahsoka knows who the Mortis gods is. As soon as she sees the statues, she's going to know some shit's going on. Like, okay, there's some shit going on with this planet.
I'm assuming Balin knows who it is too, but...
I'm guessing, well... If he doesn't know who it is, then he knows he can feel the power of it, because we don't know. Right. The only people we actually know for a fact that have met the Mortis gods or know anything about the Mortis gods at this point is Ahsoka, Obi-Wan, and Anakin.
Yeah.
And then they're kind of referenced in Rebels, in the World Between Worlds, and within the artwork that's on whatever fucking Ezra's planet, whatever planet, Lothal. So they're kind of referenced in that. So, Ezra and Kanan kind of know a little bit about them, but not a whole lot. So that's all you have. But Ahsoka has firsthand experience with the Mortis gods. So, we can go off of what, in the Mortis arc, you know what I'm saying? How the fucking daughter dies and the father dies and the son just fucking does whatever, however the fuck it goes. But, dude, I don't think that they can actually fucking die. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that that's fucking possible. So.
They're like Greek gods. They don't die. They just, sleep for a while.
They get sent to another galaxy or some shit. And that's maybe why they got there or whatever, however the fuck it goes. But if I was Ahsoka and I seen that statue, I'd be very intrigued. But on the same side, I'd also, if I was Ahsoka, I'd be fucking petrified because the last time she dealt with the motherfucker, she got turned to the dark side and tried to kill Anakin, and then Anakin got turned to the dark side and tried to kill her, and fucking Obi-Wan was just like a fucking secondary character within the whole story arc. But I don't know. And I think that's an episode that we really need to do. I think there's 2 episodes that we really need to do. And we 2 topics that we really need to talk about. One of them is we've never done a sequel trilogy recasting. We did the original and the prequel trilogy recasting. So I think we should do that. And then I think we need to do an episode just talking about who we think would be the best person to recast Balin. Like really go through and do the research, look at characters.
That'll be good.
Because I'm sorry, I honestly believe that they got to recast Balin. Even though, I mean, like, there's some new stuff going around that there might not even be a season 2 of Ahsoka because of the fucking, like, not a lot of people watched the final episode, which I'm like, dude, how the fuck do y'all figure that shit out? I done watched this whole fucking thing like 10 times. You know what I'm saying? 3 times after each episode. I watched each episode again, that's 4 times. And then I watched all of them last night. So that's fucking, you know what I'm saying? I done watched that shit 5 times. So how the fuck are y'all gonna sit back and say that they can get a very high fucking retention rate? They're like, how do they know who watches it and how many times you watch it? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do they know that shit? Like, I don't get that. Especially nowadays with the internet and fucking, you know what I'm saying, VPNs and all that different shit that people are using and like all the fucking pirated shit. And like, how you can't tell me how many times people don't watch this shit. But I guess it didn't get a very high in rate. So there's already speculation going around that there might not even be a season 2, which honestly, I already think there's season 2. I already think they filmed the season 2.
Yeah, there has to be season. I don't know. I don't know if they already filmed it, but I think they're definitely going to do season 2. Wait, so you're saying this Ahsoka didn't do as well as like other Star Wars shows?
I mean, it did fairly well. That was one of my news topics. It did just as it did more from what they're stating. It did more than like everything, or more just as amount of everybody else, but it wasn't that much. It's like 1.8 million people watched it. You know what I'm saying? Which is a lot, but not a lot when there's 320 million people in the United States. You know what I'm saying? Just in the United States. It was like the total viewership was like 1.8 million, I think is what it said. Let's see. We can look at it.
Let's see. Now I'm curious.
It says...
Oh, yeah, that's trash.
Yeah, it's not... I mean, Obi-Wan Kenobi final made... And this is just for the final episode. But Obi-Wan Kenobi final had 1.8 million, which tied with the Book of Boba Fett final was 1.5 million. Mandalorian Season 3 was 1.4 million. And the Mandalorian Season 2 is 1.1 million. Which I think is fucking bullshit. Like, who the hell's coming up with these fucking... these numbers? Where did they get these numbers from? Because fuck... The Mandalorian Season 2 was fucking, like, everybody was talking about that shit. Like, everybody, not just online. People that didn't even like fucking, that I didn't even know like Star Wars was talking about it. And I'm not going to say they like Star Wars. That's probably the only thing in Star Wars they ever watched other than the fucking movies. But, you know what I'm saying, which, that was basically all of us at that point, except for if you liked the...
So, like, it looks like the first episode drew a lot of views, but then the last episode just kind of like, it got progressively lower.
That's because the first 4 episodes wasn't that good, and people got tired of watching it. So by the time the 5th episode came by, they wasn't even watching it no more. And then, you know what I'm saying?
Boom.
So
I was right. I was right. All y'all, get off my back.
I mean, I don't think, I listened to some of the other Star Wars. I listened to Rebel Force Radio and a couple of other Star Wars podcasts. And everybody said the first 4 episodes just wasn't that good. They just weren't, they were not intriguing. They were kind of just stale. They were just there. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing that was like really, really like great or really bad. It was just, they were just there. You know what I'm saying? They were just like, all right, this is good. I mean, it's all right. And I think one of the biggest factors that plays into it that if you didn't know about Ahsoka previously, it didn't offer much to keep you watching. You know what I'm saying? Now, 5, 6, 7, And 8, yeah, they jumped it up a whole lot
See,
in
that's
them
what I mean.
episodes.
Like, if you haven't watched Rebels and you're not caught up on all these characters, and you're a new viewer, you don't give a shit about this show.
Like it just didn't offer much the first 4 episodes. Now once you got into the last 4 episodes, it's a totally different story. But you got to figure in the first 4 episodes.
Yeah. That's why I just think, bro, because I'm telling you, it just would have made such a better movie.
I think it would have too. But just the first 4 episodes didn't offer enough to keep viewers intrigued. With these characters that they knew nothing about. Now the last ones, they had enough action and stuff that came into the scenario that would have kept people watching, because they'd have been like, oh shit, what's going on? Like, so you got lightsaber battles, you got space battles, you got all this different stuff going on. In the first episodes, it was just it was a lot more talking, a lot more, I wouldn't even say character development, because they really didn't even fucking tell you who none of these characters were until the last 4. So it was just like, I don't know, the way Dave did it. I mean, I understand why he did it that way, but I think he really made this more for people that are like, that know who Ahsoka and Thrawn and Ezra and these people. Because like, Thrawn's coming back. Who the fuck is Thrawn? Like, if you don't know who Thrawn is, you're gonna like, who cares? Who is this dude? Like, who are y'all talking about? Like. Now, if he would have came out and said Snoke, you know what I'm saying? Everybody that watched the sequel trilogy would know what the fuck is going on. But if you didn't watch Rebels and you didn't watch, you're not gonna know who Thrawn is. So I think that was one of the. I think that was just a missed opportunity there. But I mean, whatever.
Oh, well.
It is what it is. Okay, so let's get to this. Let's get to our.
To answer Nelson's question, we are going both light and dark.
Yeah, we're going both light and dark. In all honesty, like, I got a text message from Garrison last night that, like, I guess he text messaged me yesterday morning, but I didn't get to read the text till last night.
Yeah, bro, you must have been hella busy.
Dude, it was fucking crazy yesterday. Yesterday was fucking crazy. But so I got this message with this idea, and I was like, well, let's do it. And then so it was like putting together a list, trying to come up with everything, do the thumbnail, do everything, like last minute, shit. Like, I literally came up with my list this morning. Like, I had to make the thumbnail and everything. It was just, it was one of those weeks. And it's fucking crazy because we didn't even do an episode on Wednesday, so we had like a whole extra day. This whole last week was just crazy. And a lot of it had to do, I mean, I just been sick, so like, I haven't had the energy to do a whole lot. And then I was trying to get all the Death Trooper stuff ready for the Sway podcast Monday. Literally, Rick,
I had fucking exams all week.
The reader, the dude that read the book for me, he read the shit over the weekend. Monday, Theodore was putting the stuff together. I was recording my parts of my vocals and stuff on Tuesday. Theodore put everything together Wednesday. It was, and then we went back and forth, changed this, fixed this, back and forth on Thursday, and it literally came out at midnight or 1 a.m. on Friday morning. So I could get it out for everybody for Halloween. So now on the Swaycast or the Sway podcast, there's episodes coming out Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday all the way up till Halloween. So, but I wanted to do that. So,
right.
It was, it's been a hectic week because I was trying to put everything together. I thought I was going to have to read the book because I didn't have a commentator for the book. And then, like, literally Friday of last week, the dude Rick hit me up and he was like, yeah, this is what I'll charge you to do it. And, we went through all the stuff and negotiated a good price for him to read the book for us. So we read it and recorded it. And then Theodore went in, put in all the backgrounds and, did all that stuff. And, a lot of work went into doing it just in, a really, really short moment. That's the problem when I come up with ideas, at freaking last moment ideas and shit and trying to get things done. I usually try to plan stuff out more, but I just really wanted to get this out for Halloween, for the time of the year. Halloween is my favorite time of the year. So I was like, man, what better
are they doing a Halloween special this year?
I don't know. I haven't heard nothing about it. But shit. I think the last Halloween special that they did was
like Lego.
It was a Lego holiday special, and we only knew about it like a week before it was coming out. I think they released the trailer like a week before it was coming out, and I think maybe a few days before that the poster came out. So we probably won't even know until next week or so. All right, let's get to the list.
They do.
Do they?
Yeah. It's like a Mandalorian themed. I'll look.
I didn't see nothing on news and rumors. Nothing popped up on my damn thing.
I literally Googled like Star Wars Halloween Special 2023. Yeah. And it said an update from San Diego Comic-Con 2023 has revealed that a Lego Star Wars special themed around Mando will come to Disney Plus.
Well, remember that little part that they had with Mando and where they were decorating the fucking ship in the last one? Him and Boba Fett was decorating the fucking fire spray. I mean,
I don't.
Murder
Dude, I don't remember that.
You know what I'm saying? Slave One. You know what I'm saying? I was like, dude, that would be a great, like, do a Mandalorian theme fucking Halloween special. But I don't know. Okay.
Well, I think that's what they're doing.
Yeah, I thought it would be a good thing. All right, let's get to this list. We've just been talking. We've been talking for 20 minutes. All right.
Number 10.
Number 10.
And these are most powerful. We're not going our favorites. We're going who we think would like win in a fight between these duos, right?
Well, I don't know about winning a fight. I'm just powerful from what we've seen. You know what I'm saying? Or what we've heard. Okay, so my first one, my number 10 is Leia and Rey. We know Leia is freaking powerful within the Force. We know that she beat Luke in a lightsaber duel. We seen it on screen. And Rey was fucking floating.
When Luke was going easy on her.
Rey was fucking floating and fucking holding starships down and blowing shit up with lightning. Rey is pretty fucking anti
bullshit.
But
yeah,
it's all bullshit. But we seen it on screen. So Rey and Leia, I think together that's a pretty powerful team. If they ever had to go up against, you know what I'm saying, somebody, I think that they could put.
I'd agree with that. We were talking about this before, and Kyle made a compelling argument. So begrudgingly, I have to agree that that's a good number 10.
Yeah, I thought. Because I didn't put when I first did my list, and when I first was doing my list, I was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I'm going through and I'm thinking, and I didn't have no sequel trilogy people in there. But then I had to really think about it. Like, dude, we see fucking the shit Rey can do. Rey is fucking pretty powerful for a fucking Force user, even though I don't believe none of that shit. But, you know what I'm saying? And the sequel trilogy crap. But, she was doing some fucking spectacular shit. And Leia, regardless she's a Skywalker, regardless she has fucking, we know her Force abilities, you know what I'm saying? We see them in the movies. She beats Luke in a fucking lightsaber duel. Plus, she's able to fucking contact fucking, you know, her son far away, which, you know what I'm saying? We seen Vader and Luke do that shit in the original trilogy. And Leia came a long way in her fucking Jedi training by the time she was actually training Rey. Because really, in all actuality, Luke didn't show Rey shit. You know what I'm saying? Luke didn't.
Not really. Luke just basically showed Rey, like, this is what happens after retirement. Your life goes to shit.
So, you know what I'm saying? Everything that Rey had learned, we know that she learned from Leia. So Leia's way more. And we seen Leia fly through the fucking space after she was frozen in space for fucking like 2 minutes and then fly back to a ship using the Force, which is fucking impossible. But we seen it on screen. That's some powerful shit. So, you know what I'm saying? I had to say Leia and Rey was my number 10.
Yeah. And like, bro, Leia, like, we all love Leia. I mean, nothing wrong
Leia's
with Leia.
pretty fucking just a strong individual, period. You know what I'm saying? As a politician, as a rebel leader, she's a strong person, And I don't think that it would be any different than in her force abilities and her ability to use the force and shit to get things done. They just didn't give us a lot in the sequel, which I thought was a fucking waste of fucking thing. If you're gonna fucking show Leia being trained by Luke, sure, doing some real fucking good Jedi shit, not flying through space, which is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? She was in space for like a minute, you're dead, all the fucking oxygen been sucked out your water molecules and you froze to death in like 5 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Your eyeballs would have been bulging out and all kind of fucked up shit in a minute. That shit was bullshit.
Fuck, that will always just like annoy me. I'll never get over that, man.
But this is a movie. It's sci-fi. It's not real. So, you know what I'm saying, they can do, and she's a Jedi. Maybe they have the Force does special shit with midichlorians and atoms and shit to hold her together. I don't fucking know. But, you know what I'm saying, she did it. We seen it. That shit was kind of dope, even though it was fucking bullshit. So,
all right, what's the next? Who's number 9 for you?
So that's who you picked for your 10 too, was Leia and Rey?
Yeah, I had to agree. You're right.
Okay, so my next one was Kanan, Jarrus, and Ezra.
Kanan, Jarrus, and Ezra.
The reason I put Kanan, Jarrus, because Kanan was pretty fucking dope. And
so,
this is, he's self-taught mostly. You know what I'm saying? He had a very short fucking thing. He's self-taught on a lot of shit. And I think Kanan's fucking most powerful thing is he actually fucking, when he learned something new, he not just learned, you know what I'm saying, he actually went out there and had to and used the shit in order to learn it. And to be self-taught and then to be able to train somebody else, as in Ezra, and I think Ezra's ability, as we seen in the end of Rebels, you know, his ability to just sacrifice himself, fight Palpatine within the World Between Worlds thing or whatever that fucking thing. I mean, you got to be pretty, at no means do I think he's as powerful as Palpatine, but to be able to hold your own and survive against Palpatine, you're not a weak individual. And his ability to just survive. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. Well, no, I'll give it to you. Just the fact that you're surviving against Palpatine speaks pretty highly of you. I mean, come on.
And at this point, Kanan was gone. You know, Kanan was dead. You know, Kanan taught himself how to fight, you know, with the help of the Bendu teaching him how to use the Force to be able to see when he was blinded by Maul. You know, that takes a lot of strength. It takes a lot of power. It takes a lot of ability. You know what I'm saying? They're not like, and the reason I got them as number 9, it was kind of hard. I didn't know who to put over Leia and Rey or Kanan, so I just put them as 9 because I like them more than I do Leia and Rey. But because, you know, it just shows a lot of strength. You know what I'm saying? To be able to do some of the things that they did in Rebels. And then, you know, it takes a lot of strength to sacrifice yourself to save people that you care about. You know, a lot of people fucking turn and flee, and Kanan didn't do that. So that's what made me put them as number 9. Not so much that, you know, they might be the most powerful Force users, but just their characters. You know what I'm saying? Their characters, what they achieved, what they did, and how they lived their lives. It made them very, very strong.
And if we were doing like, because I made 2 lists. I made like a power list, and then I made like a personal favorite, like their relationship kind of list. And they're definitely like in the top 10. We saw them grow. I love watching them like learn together and grow together. One of the coolest master and apprentice duos. I will give it to you. Like, I do like their relationship. I like how a lot of it's like they're learning together, you know?
Yeah, and I think that's one of the things that made Rebels so good, because it's like a teacher learning the lessons to teach the student. You know what I'm saying? Because, and, you know, he was learning lessons from the Bendu, just from practical things that they were going through, stuff that he had to learn. Like, come on, man. I mean, they're nowhere close to, like, strength-wise is like Vader. Vader beat them both like it wasn't shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, Ezra tried to go up against Vader, and Vader just fucking laughed at him and just fucking swatted his ass down, destroyed his lightsaber. And one of the things that makes Ezra so good, too, I mean, he's innovative. It's not just his Force abilities.
He's smart.
He's
Yeah.
smart. Like, he builds a fucking lightsaber that got this fucking stun fucking blaster on it too. You know what I'm saying? That's just smart. You know, it's just like, I'm not the strongest within the force, or I'm not the best lightsaber duelist, so let me make a lightsaber that's, you know, it's just going to help me out. I can shoot at somebody and then put the beam out and fucking catch them off guard, or, you know what I'm saying? I can do a lot of different things. And and that showed a lot of creativity, and it showed a lot of ability as a character in just strength-wise. Because you can be strong in the force and be just, sorry, you know what I'm saying? You can be good at lightsaber battle and just be sorry. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make you strong. What makes you strong is, you know, your ability to, you know, innovate, change, sacrifice, you know what I'm saying, or overtake things and beat things with just, you know, your overall character, you know, and I think that that's one of the things that Kanan and Ezra did very well together.
Which reminds me, like, about the show. One of the things that I wish we could have seen more of, like, because, like, Ezra is, like, using the Force, like, doesn't need a lightsaber, doesn't need a blaster, and is, like, using the Force, like, completely. And, like, I thought that was cool. I wanted them to go a little bit more into that. That was cool. That's something we haven't seen before. And it's something that was, like, unique to Ezra, and it made sense, you know what I mean? While he's on this
and that's really
planet.
the first time in, like, live action or the cartoons that we actually seen extensive, you know what I'm saying, talking to, like, animals and being able to use that force ability. We didn't see a whole, we've seen it a few times in the Clone Wars. We never really seen it in the movies. And, like, we seen it very slimly in the Clone Wars. Ezra had a very extensive way of being able to talk to all these different, the Loth Wolves and the Loth Cats and the Purgle, and, you know, he was able to talk to them one cat-looking, bat thingy looking things that was in that fucking cave on that one planet.
Right.
You know, he was able to do a lot of things. And I think that's one of the things, that's what made him so strong, that they really showed his ability, you know what I'm saying, as a Star Wars character, you know, what Jedis could really do. And I thought that was pretty cool too. I think that's one of the reasons. I think the overall just arcing thing is one of the reasons I liked Rebels so much, is because of Ezra and Kanan just learning together and just innovating and doing a lot of the different things that they did, which made the series just really well.
Yeah.
So what would you say for your number 9 is?
So now my number 9, I had Anakin and Ahsoka. Also a fan favorite, I think. A lot of people like Anakin and Ahsoka. But, like, I think they would beat Leia and Rey. I'm sorry. I don't think Leia and Rey are that good. We saw that they were great, but, like, come on.
I'm not disagreeing with you on that at all. I'm not disagreeing with you on that, because
I'm honestly, like, kind of worried that Anakin and Ahsoka aren't higher, but I feel like at the time that they were master and apprentice, Ahsoka wasn't as powerful as she was kind of when she left and was on her own. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we hadn't seen peak Ahsoka yet.
Well, she had to learn.
And so that's the only reason, like, because most of the time that they're master and apprentice, Ahsoka's pretty young. She's still learning. So that's the only reason I don't have them higher.
Ahsoka and Anakin, only reason, and I have them on the list, but they're a little bit higher down, they're a little bit higher up on the list, is because Ahsoka and Anakin, it's just Anakin. Anakin made the fucking master and apprentice because he's so fucking powerful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Anakin, like,
you know, I think that's one of the things, and I was thinking about this the other day. I think that's one of the things that pisses me off. That we didn't see the real potential of Anakin Skywalker once he became Darth Vader.
No, never.
You know what I'm saying? His real potential of what he could have became if he didn't get fried and barbecued by Obi-Wan. You know what I'm saying? I think that
he's so much stronger than what we've seen, too.
Yeah, I think he would have been way fucking more powerful. Like, just imagine Anakin being able to use Force lightning and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, straight up, Anakin would be the most powerful. Like, there would be no contest. You know what I mean? He would be the strongest, the best, like, hands down, if he was able to reach his full potential.
Yeah, and I think he was limited by getting beat by Obi-Wan. I mean, and
Yeah.
that was just by his own incompetence. He didn't lose to Obi-Wan. He beat himself. In all reality, he beat himself.
Right.
Obi-Wan did not beat Anakin in that duel. Anakin beat Anakin because Obi-Wan had the high ground. He told him, and he
Don't
let his
try
own
it.
fucking.
He
let
goes,
his
I'm gonna
own
fucking try it.
He let his own fucking arrogance beat him.
Yeah.
Okay, my number 8 is Yoda and Luke.
Whoa.
My number 8 is Yoda and Luke because Yoda is fucking powerful as shit. He's old than a motherfucker, wise as hell. And Luke is just strong just because he's a Skywalker. I mean, he has natural force ability. He trains really fast. I mean, Yoda barely taught him for like a week. This dude leaves, comes back, and he tells him, you don't need to be trained anymore. You're not a Jedi yet, but you know what I'm saying? You're fucking powerful to get the fucking job done. You know what I'm saying? And that shows right there Luke's true potential. And Yoda's just the shit. I mean, Yoda's fucking powerful than a motherfucker.
My only problem with that is by the time Yoda's training Luke, he's fucking old, bro.
But he's still powerful as shit.
I don't know, man. I don't know if he's doing much in a fight, is all I'm saying.
Maybe not in a fight, but overall force power, he's pretty fucking powerful. I mean, his wisdom within the force, you know what I'm saying, him knowing how to fucking control the force. He don't have to have physical strength no more. And he says it. He was like, with the force as my ally, I don't need anything else. You know what I'm saying? He pulls the fucking ship out of the fucking water like, come on, bitch ass motherfucker. You can't even lift the ship. I'm fucking pulling out. Look at my little ass.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Yoda's
Judge me
fucking,
by my size, do you?
yeah, Yoda's fucking powerful. Now, you put a Yoda in a lightsaber duel, I don't think he's doing too well at 900, but you know what I'm saying? You know, but overall force ability and wisdom in the force and knowledge in the force, he's probably one of the most powerful fucking force people in the time period. You know, next to Palpatine. You know what I'm saying? Because Palpatine's fucking, at this point, Palpatine's, you know, 850 years younger than he is and fucking like just the shit. He's fucking seeing everything before it happens.
It's hard comparing Palpatine and Yoda.
And
just because
fucking,
they're so different.
well, and then Yoda uses fucking the force. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
With just the force. Palpatine's using force alchemy. He's using force.
He's like manipulating shit.
He's fucking
sneaky,
like
yeah.
He's using force magic and different shit like that to, you know what I'm saying, Sith sorcery to fucking be able to see into the future and doing a lot of different shit that Yoda does. He doesn't use none of that shit. So it's a different type of using the force.
Yeah.
But I think Yoda and Luke, and that's why I didn't put them that high. I think they're fucking stronger than fucking. I think fucking Yoda could beat Kanan and Ezra together. You know what I'm saying? In a battle, and Leia and Rey. You know what I'm saying? It's not even a competition.
Yeah,
because
that's
he's
fair.
just using the fucking force. They're just getting fucked up. He don't even have a lightsaber. He'll fucking be on
That's
all
fair.
them. And then Luke, you know what I'm saying? Luke, he's a quick learner. He's very strong with the force. But there's other people that I just don't think that they could beat together. You know what I'm saying? So who did you have for your number 7?
You kind of fucked me because I totally forgot about Yoda and Luke. So like, because I didn't even put them in my top 10 because I didn't even think about them because I didn't think about them as like a duo. He kind of taught him, but they didn't really. I don't know. So I fucked it. I'll go. What I had was Palpatine and Maul. Because they made a cool duo. Are they as strong as Yoda and Luke? Probably not. I forgot about them. Don't judge me. But Palpatine and Maul was pretty badass.
I don't think young Luke could have beat Maul in a lightsaber duel.
See, and that's what's tough. So if you take like episode 5 Yoda, which that's the only Yoda that like, once you get into episode 6, I don't think Yoda's doing anything. Like he's just too old. He's fucking dead.
He's too fucking old at that point.
But like episode 5 Luke can't do shit. Episode 6 Luke. All right, now we got.
I still don't think
Jedi.
He could beat Maul though.
I think he could.
100%,
bro.
Maul's
Bro,
lightsaber
Vader
skills
is better than
dope.
Maul. Vader's better
Like
than Maul.
it was a fucking fleet. It was. I'm already won. We're just wasting time here, and Obi-Wan just did some crafty shit to cut Maul in half in Phantom Menace. Maul is fucking like he took out fucking Qui-Gon like it wasn't shit. You know what I'm saying? Qui-Gon was. You gotta remember, Dooku was Qui-Gon's master. So Qui-Gon wasn't fucking slacking on lightsaber fucking, dueling. Fucking Maul was fucking dope with a lightsaber. Maul took out a lot of fucking Jedis with lightsabers, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but come on, Vader
And fucking
is
Luke,
better
I don't
than
think
Maul.
Luke's beating fucking Maul. What's going
Yeah,
on, Bodie? Yeah, I don't think Luke is beating Maul. I don't. Maybe fucking Luke. By the time we get in like Phantom Menace era, might have been able to beat fucking Maul, cause he's older, wiser. But I don't think fucking young Luke is beating fucking Maul. Like Maul is fucking dope with lightsaber. Come on, he got 2 lightsabers. He got some fucking lightsaber staff. He's like Luke had never. He fuck Luke up. Luke ain't handling that shit.
You're out of
Force
your mind,
ways,
bro.
force power. I think Luke will probably get him though. Like Luke using the force.
Yeah,
Because
you're
by the
using
time we get
everything when
into
you
Return
fight,
of the
bro.
Jedi, Luke is pretty fucking confident in using the force. He's flipping. He's doing shit. He's pretty
See,
fucking good at fucking.
I know Disney fucking neutered Luke. Disney fucking neutered
I'm talking
Luke,
about
so
Luke
everybody
if
thinks
Disney
Luke's
didn't.
weak.
Luke, I'm talking about Luke if fucking Disney didn't fucking neuter Luke.
He's like the strongest character.
But his lightsaber skills, like if you watch him fucking fighting,
Bro, you're fucking
even
out of
George
it.
Lucas, if you watch him fighting fucking Vader, like he barely beat Vader. He beat Vader on fucking pure luck. Vader tripped and
Nah,
fell
he
down
beat
and he cut
Vader
his fucking
pretty hard.
hand off. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think Vader could have beat Maul. Like I don't think Anakin, yeah, could beat fucking. But Vader's too fucking slow to beat fucking Maul. You know what I'm saying? Maul was fucking fast, agile. Fuck, when Maul was old as shit in Rebels, he was still fucking fools up. And literally, Kenobi, but the second time Kenobi beat him, Kenobi beat him because he knew what he was gonna do. He knew he was gonna try that stupid ass fucking shit that he did on Qui-Gon.
Right. I'm
And
not
that's the
arguing
reason
that.
he beat him. Maul is fucking dope with lightsaber dueling, man. Maul took out a lot of fucking Jedis. A lot. He took them out before he was seen in the Phantom Menace. If you go back and you hear, and even watching the movies and you talk and they talk, he did some training, man. Palpatine had him trained fucking good. He was a good fucking lightsaber duelist. And then if you go into Clone Wars and watch him in Clone Wars, Maul was fucking some people up. You know what I'm saying? Maul was fucking some people up. So I don't think that Luke could beat fucking Maul. I really don't.
100%. Luke's clapping Maul.
Nah. Now fucking Palpatine. I'm sorry, Palpatine.
Bro,
beat
Luke is. I swear, y'all underrate Luke so hard.
I don't underrate Luke. I'm just Luke is not a well trained in lightsaber combat. He's more of a force person. Now, if you're using force and you're going against Maul, I think Luke wins. But lightsaber dueling, I don't think there's a lot of people
when you're
that
fighting,
can beat.
you're using everything, bro. You're not just using like the force. You're not just using lightsabers.
Yeah, but
you're
if you
using
in a
everything.
regular lightsaber duel, other than throwing some shit and throwing some force blasts at each other, you know what I'm saying? I still think overall. Well, I don't know, because Ahsoka beats fucking Maul and she uses the force, but Ahsoka's a lot better of a lightsaber duelist than fucking Luke is. Luke is not strong in lightsaber dueling. That's not his fucking. He's not a good lightsaber. Even in the books, he's not the greatest lightsaber duelist.
I'm aware, but he doesn't need to be.
I don't know. That's kind of hard though, because you gotta think it's two different things. You're using force against fucking, and Luke is more force structured, which is the way that fucking he was.
If
trained.
we're taking, I'll give it to you. If you take the force out of it and it's just lightsabers, and you're not even allowed to use the force to predict or anything, like force has got blocked. Yeah, Maul's just destroying Luke. It's no contest. But I think you're underestimating the power of the force.
I'm not underestimating. I think
Your lack of faith is disturbing.
I don't know. I still, even with force, because you got to understand, Maul ain't weak in the force. You know what I'm saying? Maul is pretty strong in the fucking force.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But he's just not as strong as Luke in the force.
But,
Yoda pushed for.
And they're right. Like Maul's hatred makes him very powerful in the force. But his hatred can often blind him, as it did against Obi-Wan.
Yeah. So I mean, it'd be kind of hard. That would be something I'd like to see, like see Luke and fucking. Because there's a video on YouTube that got Vader fighting fucking Maul and Maul loses. I'm like, y'all are fucking crazy. Maul would fuck Vader up. Maul, Vader's too fucking big and slow. Like his shit is all on strength. You know what I'm saying? He got a lot of force ability, so you know he uses that force in his blows. But you got somebody that's agile and is moving around, man. It's gonna be hella hard. That's why Vader never went after Yoda, because he was like, "Nah, I ain't get fucked up. Well, you crazy fucking Palpatine could even be fucking shit. I'm not fucking stupid." Let's see.
I'm not getting fucked up.
So my numbers. Let's see.
7.
My number 7, I had Anakin Skywalker and Ahsoka Tano, and same as you. I put I looked at, like, I didn't put her as, I put it when they were actually a master and apprentice. Not
How do
when,
you put Anakin and Ahsoka over Yoda and Luke?
Because
no, actually,
fucking
that's fair. That's
Anakin
fair. By the
is
time
fucking
Yoda and
Luke
Luke
up.
get together, that's fair. That's fair. That's
young?
fair.
And you got to remember, I'm putting these when they're actually master and apprentice. You know what I'm saying, during Clone Wars before she leaves. Ahsoka's pretty young. So fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's fair. Yoda's
But
kind of too
Anakin
old
is
at this
fucking
point.
Luke up at this point. Anakin's fucking dope with a lightsaber at this point and with the Force.
I'd agree.
And then Yoda, I don't think and Anakin says it himself, I have surpassed fucking, you know what I'm saying, Yoda in lightsaber combat. You know what I'm saying? He said it himself.
He said it himself. That's not a trustworthy
And
source, Kyle.
I don't know. I think that Anakin could beat fucking Yoda in the lightsaber
No,
now.
I think
and
at that
force
point,
ability,
Yoda's too
and this is
fucking
young. This is still when Anakin is fucking human. He's not Vader. His fucking force ability is fucking strong as shit. I mean, he has the most midichlorians. And that's how I did it. Because I was going back and forth between that. Because I'm like, dude, I don't know. Fucking Yoda fuck their asses up. And I'm like, I don't know. Anakin's fucking pretty damn strong. And his ability, I mean, fuck, he controlled the Mortis gods. If he could control the fucking Mortis gods, he could fucking whoop Yoda. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Anakin's pretty fucking strong.
He's fucking strong as shit in the Force. And he's fucking good with a lightsaber. Not the best. I don't think he's beaten Yoda in lightsaber combat. But Force and lightsaber together, you combine both of them together, yeah, I think he might be able to get Yoda at this time.
I think he's beating old Yoda. Yeah, that's fair.
And you got to look at Yoda and Luke at that time. Yoda's fucking old. We've already stated that. Yoda's pretty fucking old, dude. I don't think fucking, even though he's strong in the Force, he still ain't fucking Anakin strong at that point. Anakin's fucking super strong in the Force.
Yeah.
Which, that was one of the things that always bothered me about the Anakin fucking Obi-Wan fight, when they fucking both do the Force push at the same time and then they get blown apart. Like, dude, fucking Obi-Wan would have lost that fucking Force battle right there like a motherfucker. It would have fucking threw his ass clear across and fucking smashed him into a goddamn wall and killed him. Yeah. You know? That was just, that was my thing. So who would you have for your number? Actually, we're on number 6, right? Yeah,
we're on number 7.
Is it number 7?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had Anakin and Obi-Wan. Anakin and Obi-Wan are fucking cleaning up, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7.
Yeah, 7.
Yeah, I had Anakin and Obi-Wan. They're fucking a great powerhouse. They got shit done. One of the best we've ever seen, to be honest. It's just once we get higher than them, we get like crazy ridiculous. And it also, I think it depends on like age, but yeah, I think Anakin and Obi-Wan, they're fucking
during the Clone Wars, Anakin and Obi-Wan were probably the fucking best duo that there was. Yeah. When it came to the Clone Wars. I mean, they fucking mopped up fucking, they would send Anakin and Obi-Wan in when everybody else failed. There's like more battles in the Clone Wars that Anakin and Obi-Wan are in than fucking shit. They start off the fucking movie, the animated movie that started off the Clone Wars series. They started it off with them two. You know what I'm saying? That's how it started off.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I'm saying? With them two in a fucking battle. Yeah, they're fucking
crazy.
Dope. Anakin is not like super duper powerful at this point because he's still like young. He still just became a knight. Obi-Wan has just became a master, like a fucking a master, you know, on the Jedi Council type shit, and fucking yeah, they're mopping fools up. They're putting in major work type shit at this point. Yeah, they're whooping ass, and force ability and in fucking negotiation, lightsaber.
I know,
fucking skills.
and I feel bad for putting them this low, But it's just like once we start, like the next ones are just like
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, like strong. So it's just hard.
So I actually had Obi-Wan and Anakin as my number 6.
Okay.
Is it my number 6? Yeah, my number 6.
Which makes sense. Like they're so strong, and I hate like putting them this low, but it's just once we get higher, it's like, all right,
Because
dude,
once
this
you
is
get
like
higher,
God
once you
tier.
start going down, we get into God territory type
Yeah.
Force users. You know what
Where
I'm
it's
saying?
like-
That's what I was looking at. Like, dude, they're like, you want to put people down farther, but at the same time, you look at the shit that they accomplished in the lower ranks, and or in closer to number 1, the shit that they did. It was,
Yeah.
and they were on a different level of shit. They were doing different level shit, and that's. But I had Obi-Wan and Anakin as fucking number 6. They
Number
were
6.
fucking.
All right.
They were whooping ass. So
And then my number 6, I had Palpatine and Dooku.
Palpatine and Dooku.
That's
Hey,
tough.
That's a powerful
but
combination of shit.
Yeah, I think they would end up beating Obi-Wan and Anakin, just because we know Dooku beats Obi-Wan. Okay,
And I
he's
think-
done it before, and I don't think Anakin is strong enough to beat Palpatine yet.
Well, I mean, and you gotta think about it. Yoda tells fucking Obi-Wan, "You're not strong enough to beat Palpatine," and he sends him after Anakin.
Yeah,
Like, you're strong enough that you could beat Anakin. You ain't strong enough to beat Palpatine, which he wasn't strong enough to beat Palpatine.
right. I think
so-
if you give Anakin like a couple more years, he might have a chance.
Well, and we
But
know
not
that
right now.
we know that Palpatine knew that Anakin was fucking way stronger than him. That's why he put fucking in the thing in his heart that if Vader ever killed him, you know what I'm saying, he would die. We know that fucking Palpatine restricted Anakin by the stuff that he did when making him Vader, so he couldn't use Force Lightning and he couldn't do some other stuff because he knew how powerful he. Because, I mean, come on, I guarantee with the technology they had, you know what I'm saying, they could have done some stuff to make Anakin fucking, less fucking Vader and more fucking Anakin. But
Yeah.
Palpatine chose to make him a fucking big, giant, fucking scary fucking black
Robot
sheep
thing.
fucking killing machine ass thing. Now, yeah. So I mean, I don't think that Obi-Wan and Anakin during the Clone Wars could have took out fucking.
Yeah,
Could have took them out.
As unfortunate as it is to say, yeah,
I don't think it
I
would've.
don't think they're.
Because
They're
Palpatine's
holding it.
fucking fools up, man. Palpatine beat Maul and Savage Opress without even fucking trying.
Right.
Without even fucking really trying. And he fucking beat both of them. He beat fucking, 5 Jedis, and then Mace beat him. You know what I'm saying? And I think Palpatine let him do that shit in order because he knew Anakin was coming. I still think that was a plot. A lot of people disagree with me on that, but I think fucking Palpatine let Mace Windu beat him, so he could see and he could use that shit to manipulate Anakin. I think he used that whole thing because, like, he really didn't even shoot no lightning at him or do any fucking Force shit, like before Anakin got there. Like, he didn't do none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Before Anakin got there. I think that was all staged in order because he knew Anakin was coming. He knew Anakin was coming. He wanted to see them. He wanted to manipulate Anakin and put the final pin in the pin cushion to get Anakin to switch to the dark side.
Yeah.
Palpatine's manipulative as fuck, man. That dude's super powerful when it
I'd
comes
agree
to
with
manipulation. Number 5, and I know a lot of people might disagree with me on this, but I put Darth Plagueis and Palpatine.
Whoa, that's low.
And this is the reason why, okay? Now, I know some people are going to disagree with me, but hear me out.
No, I'm just kidding.
Darth Plagueis created fucking Anakin. Everything points to that being the truth. Between Darth Plagueis and Palpatine, they created fucking Anakin. The chosen one, the fucking strongest, highest metachlorian count having motherfucker ever. That's some powerful shit. Plus, Darth Plagueis lived for a fucking long ass time. This motherfucker was powerful. At this point, Palpatine is pretty weak. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't got when they're still master and apprentice. You know,
That's
Palpatine
true.
hasn't got to where he's at.
Well,
but I still think Palpatine is strong enough.
Like at this point, the thing that makes Palpatine dangerous isn't his force. It's not his combat. It's not his power. It's his thinking and his planning. So I agree.
And so that's why I put them as number 5. I actually wanted to put them lower, but then I was like, man, I'll start thinking about other people. And I was like, you know, if you put them in a fight against some of these other people, they get fucked up. So I can't put them lower than that, but they still powerful than a motherfucker. Plagueis was the shit, especially when it comes to like fucking Sith sorcery and alchemy and all that fucking shit. That motherfucker was the shit. And he did a lot of shit. And they fucking, you got to be pretty powerful to fucking manipulate midichlorians in order to create life. You got to be a powerful motherfucker to do that shit. So that's why I put them as number 5.
And I actually had them as my number 5 too. I was freaking out saying that's too low. And then I looked at my list and I'm like, oh shit, they actually are number 5. So
that's what, I mean, it's fucking crazy. Darth Tenebrous and fucking Darth Plagueis. Nah. Darth Plagueis wasn't that strong at that point, and Darth Tenebrous was fucking whack.
Well, and again, I think, and then also, I guess it defines on what you like. It depends on what you define as powerful. Because, like, I mean, he was powerful enough to create life, but like, could he hold his own in a fight? Probably not. You know what I mean?
Technically,
it's just so different.
and Darth Tenebrous was never mentioned in any. I mean, even though we got some. I went off the fact of only reason I put somebody in that was in there is because they've been mentioned in Star Wars or they've been added into canon. I didn't really go off of anybody, you know what I'm saying, that hasn't been mentioned in canon. Now, we know that Tenebrous or however you say his name was Darth Plagueis' master, but there was never like they don't ever talk about him in canon, or they don't ever like, you know what I'm saying, because they say Plagueis in canon. We know that he's his master, but it's never like pointed out in canon that he's his master. So technically by canon, we don't know who his master was. So that's kind of why. And at that point, Plagueis learned a lot of shit on his fucking own. You know, he learned, you know, he searched out Sith artifacts and he learned in Sith texts and he learned how to do all this shit himself. He learned that shit. He didn't learn it from Tenebrous. That's not how he gained his power. So,
right.
Darth Tenebrous just knew that he was powerful in the Force, but he learned all that shit on. He's kind of like the Cain and Jairus of the Sith. He pretty much had to learn everything. You got to remember, Tenebrous gets killed in the beginning of the book. Right, like damn near right in the beginning of the book. So, you know what I'm saying? It's not, which has been a long time since I've read that book or listened to it. But I'm pretty sure he gets killed in the beginning, and he just not that, he wasn't like, he didn't show me as a fucking very strong character. My next one, and I know this is definitely going to be controversial. My number 4 is Emperor Palpatine and Darth Vader. Emperor Palpatine and Darth Vader is whooping the shit out of Darth Plagueis and
I agree.
And Palpatine.
But I think it's because Vader's like
Palpatine
underrated.
is Emperor. He's whooping the shit out of young Emperor Palpatine.
Yeah, dude. Oh yeah.
Darth Vader's whooping Palpatine when he was young Palpatine. And Darth Plagueis has no fucking chance in hell going against Emperor Palpatine. By the time he becomes Emperor Palpatine, that motherfucker's strong as shit. He's manipulating everything. He's seeing the fucking Force. He knows just damn near just as much as you in Sith alchemy and shit like that and all the different rituals and shit. He's fucking Plagueis up. So I had to put Emperor Palpatine and Darth Vader right up under them. I mean, they're not. Darth Vader is not really super strong. I mean, Darth Vader ain't beating Plagueis, in my opinion. Plagueis was fucking dope. But at the same time, by the time Palpatine becomes Emperor, he's fucking way doper than fucking Plagueis. He's fucking Plagueis up. Because he couldn't beat Plagueis when he was young, Palpatine. He fucking got him drunk and the dude hadn't slept in like 1,000 years or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So he got him drunk, fucking took off his respirator and he fucking suffocated to death. You know what I'm saying? He didn't like kill him the way that the Ruler 2 was supposed to. You were supposed to kill him in combat, and Palpatine
But
was
it just like that's what Palpatine is. He's the scheming, planning.
He's a true Sith. He's like the fucking true what the fucking Sith were supposed to be.
This the dark, shadows kind of stuff. But I actually agree with you. They were mine as well. Palpatine
Nielsen
and Vader.
Bodhi says Revan and Bastila. I don't think Revan was ever Bastila's fucking master. Weren't they just... You talking about his wife? Because I think that's his wife. Not really his fucking... He wasn't really her master. The only person that's ever set back that says that Revan was their master is Malik. So, who'd you have for number 4?
Number 4, I agreed with you. I have Palpatine and Vader.
Yeah. Now we're getting into, like, this is going to be controversial. I know a lot of people's going to fucking say, no way, but I'm fucking going to tell you, yeah, this would probably happen. I put Luke and Leia. Luke was Leia's master. Leia ended up beating Luke in the lightsaber battle. We seen how powerful Leia was.
Yeah, and at this point, Luke is, like, powerful.
Fucking super powerful. He's force projecting. I mean, at this point, I don't think he has any problem beating the Emperor at this stage in his thing. He wouldn't need Vader's help. He wouldn't have been dumb enough to throw his fucking lightsaber away and, you know, depend on his father being, you know what I'm saying? Bodhi says, in KOTOR is one of the endings she turns dark side under Revan. But it doesn't really say, there was a lot of people because it was Bastila turns to the dark side, and then she comes back. Even in the book, it talks about her coming to the thing. Nelson said Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, but Qui-Gon wasn't really that powerful. Qui-Gon was force powerful, but he wasn't like, he wasn't really that powerful as a overall Jedi. And at that point when they're together, I mean, fucking Maul took fucking Qui-Gon out like it wasn't even shit. Beat fucking Obi-Wan, other than Obi-Wan did some crazy shit that you're not supposed to be able to do that's beyond the fucking belief, because, you know, technically Maul had the high ground. And, you know what I'm saying, Maul beat himself. You know what I'm saying? That's just like Anakin beat himself. Obi-Wan didn't beat Anakin. Yeah. Obi-Wan didn't beat Maul. Maul beat himself. He was overconfident because of the situation.
I'd agree with that. Maul got cocky.
But at this point, Leia and Luke, by the time Luke is training Leia and Leia's learning the Force, fucking Luke and Leia's fucking powerful as shit. And they're both Skywalkers. They both have high midichlorian counts. They both real powerful in the fucking Force. And I think that Leia and Luke could beat fucking Palpatine and Vader. We already know Luke could beat fucking Vader. I don't see Vader being able to fucking cut down his daughter. You know, no matter how I mean, he tortured her, but she didn't die. You know, well, I don't know. I think when it came to your little girl, a dad and his little girl, my daughters, see, I had a hard time whooping my daughters when they did bad shit. I'd be like, fuck, I don't want to hit you. Like, that sucks. It's the worst feeling in the world. I don't think Vader could do it, especially once he knew that Leia was. So I don't think Vader's taking out either one of his kids. And I think at the point that Luke is training Palpatine, or Luke is training Leia, he's not dumb enough to throw away his lightsaber and fucking, you know what I'm saying, get electrocuted. I think he pulls up his lightsaber, the fucking shit backfires on him, and fucking he gets Palpatine at this point. So I got Luke and Leia as number 3. Probably one of the strongest.
Fucking hell, bro. All right, I think we've actually agreed on that. I think the rest we're going to agree on, because I also had Luke and Leia. Fucking super strong. I love how at this point, I love it, Kyle, because you're actually giving Luke the respect he deserves, man.
I mean, Luke is the shit. And if we was really going off of Legends Luke's whooping all these motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah. Legends Luke is number 1.
Nah, Legends Luke is not number 1, because my number 1 is still be my number 1. But Legends Luke is fucking.
Well,
everybody else that I've said on this list, except for Anakin.
Well,
Like,
no. Legends Luke beats Anakin when Anakin never reaches his potential.
Yeah, but if Anakin reaches his potential, nah, I don't even know, because fucking Luke ain't fucking taking down the Mortis gods. You know, Anakin is fucking powerful as shit. You know what I'm saying? Anakin is fucking powerful as a motherfucker. If Anakin lost a lot of his midichlorians, he lost a lot of his force ability when you start chopping off body parts. You know, you're getting rid of midichlorians. They're the ones that control the force. Okay, my next one. And this was already said in the fucking chat. Revan and Malik.
Yeah.
Revan is powerful as shit. Malik was fucking powerful. The only person that could beat Malik at the fucking point was Revan. Revan had to take out Malik. And
I love Revan and Malik.
Revan is strong than a motherfucker. That's why, like I said, once we get into this point, we're getting into like God territory, because Revan fucking took on fucking the Emperor. You know what I'm saying? Like, he lost, but. And the Emperor, you know, you can't put Vishian on the list because
because he kind of
Vishian didn't never really have an apprentice.
He lost, but he held his own for a bit there.
Yeah, he held his own for a bit against a motherfucker that's immortal, that don't even use a lightsaber, that fucking mind wipes you and fucking does all kind of shoots lightning, that fucking you can't even just put a lightsaber in front of it and stop it, still blows you across the room. The fucking Emperor was hard as shit, and the Emperor really never had an apprentice. Like an actual apprentice. He just like Scourge and some of the other people in the comics and in some of the other books where they talk in the video games.
You're just arguing. I changed. They're not my number two. I get what you're saying, but I still think they deserve number one, bro.
But he never takes on an actual apprentice. Like Vishian never takes on an actual apprentice. You know what I'm saying? Like, he teaches people shit and he shows people shit, but he never takes on an actual apprentice.
Vishian doesn't get an apprentice. That's fair.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why I couldn't put Vishian on the list, because I thought about Vishian. Vishian was going to be my number one. But then I did the research, and Vishian never really had an apprentice. He just got people to do other shit, like Scourge, the Hand of the Emperor, or whatever the fuck he was called.
It was all about him, dude.
Yeah,
let's be honest.
He wasn't teaching nobody nothing fucking to be a fucking... You know, that could actually fucking take him over. So, you know what I'm saying? That's why I couldn't put him on the list. So that's why
you don't need an apprentice if you never die, which was his plan.
And then you got to think about like this. Revan and Malik came back and damn near conquered the fucking Republic. You know what I'm saying? They manipulated other people to join the Sith. They fucking it was fucking bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, fucking Revan and Malik was some fucking dope motherfuckers. And then Malik was powerful enough that Revan had to kill him. Couldn't nobody else even kill him. So, and then Revan being able to use both the light and the dark, you know what I'm saying, have a fucking different fucking whole idea of fucking the Force in general is something that a lot of people haven't been able to do. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, dude,
I had to put him as my
And
number.
I know who your number one is.
I think everybody in the chat knows who my number one is going to be.
Bane and Xana, right?
Yep.
Bro, and you gotta convince me, because I still think Revan and Malik would beat Bane and Xana.
Okay,
this is the reason why. Why is Bane and Xana beating Revan and Malik?
Okay, I'm gonna explain to you why. Bane. Now I'm going off of Bane at his strongest moment when he had his Orbalisk armor. This motherfucker shooting lightning from anywhere. It don't have to come out of his fingers. You know what I'm saying? He's shooting lightning from everywhere at you. His fucking the fucking surge of fucking adrenaline and the strength that he has because of the Orbalisk. You can't cut him with a lightsaber when he has Orbalisk armor. The only thing that you can cut off is his hands and his head. Everything else is covered.
Shit out of him.
All you got to do is put up a force barrier and block that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Revan literally blocked lightning from the Emperor. I feel like he could break.
But he blocked it with his lightsaber. When the Emperor shot it at him and he held up his fucking hands to do the thing like he did with Nihilus.
Yeah,
when he did the thing with like Nihilus, when he put his hands in the diamond and caught that motherfucker and shot it back at her he couldn't do that shit to the Emperor. When he tried that shit with the Emperor, he got fried. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he could do it to Bane. Bane's not the Emperor with lightning.
Yeah, but the Bane is fucking extremely fucking strong within the Force. He always had been. He's like one of the only people that, I mean, Bane whooped fucking 5 Jedis in a fucking temple. Whooped all of them. Like fucking Xana wasn't, at this point, Xana wasn't doing shit. Bane was whooping them. Now then you take Xana with her Force abilities, with her being able to use the fucking dark side of the Force to conjure shit in your fucking mind and you fighting fucking shit that ain't even there. You know what I'm saying? Xana
you already
is
know
fucking,
Revan's susceptible to.
you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, like, it's a hard combo, but I have to give the edge to fucking Bane and Xana. Malik ain't fucking with Xana at all. Revan might not even be able to fuck with Xana because Xana beat Bane in the end. Well, we don't know, but
See,
you know what I'm saying?
And the only reason I'm just kind of like, because I think Revan and Malik, but I also haven't read the last Bane book, so I'm like, I don't know. So that's why I'm like, I defer to your judgment, but I still don't know.
Now, if you take Bane out of the obelisk armor, because fucking Revan's skill with a lightsaber, if you take Bane out of the obelisk armor, then fucking Bane.
I
don't think he's beating fucking Revan.
I think Revan is stronger in all aspects of the Force. Revan is stronger in all aspects of the Force. Bane is stronger in just combat.
And I'll tell you another reason. Now, if you're going just off of Darth Revan, you know what I'm saying, he's just using the dark side. So he's not as powerful. But when you go to Revan as
peak Revan. Oh, but that's true. You're right. That's a good point. Because Revan
if you're
and
going
Malik
off of just Revan.
You're right.
If you're going off of just Revan, you know what I'm saying? Revan it's back to the light side. He uses both dark and light. He would fucking sacrifice himself to fucking save Malik. As soon as Xana starts throwing fucking Force spells at Malik gets all fucked up in the head, and Xana's about to strike him down. Revan's gonna sacrifice himself just like he did for Mitra Surik. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna sacrifice himself to fucking save fucking Mitra.
I don't think
or to save fucking Malik, and Bane's gonna strike him down. So if you look at the whole combination of the battle, depending on what stages there are, I just don't see fucking Bane and Xana, because Bane don't give a fuck if you kill Xana. He'll just get another fucking apprentice.
I think Revan and Malik, because when they're together, Revan and Malik are dark side.
Well, not the whole time, but
like, you know what I mean? You're right. I think now afterwards, Revan would beat him, but you're right. I think you're right now. Now that you mention it, we're talking Revan and Malik when they're
when you come to like the most powerful combination of motherfuckers, man. But then you could go back. I mean, if we were really getting into shit, like if we went into like fucking legends and all that shit, like Maul and fucking Darth Talon. Dude, Maul is fucking dope as shit in them fucking comic books, and Talon is a motherfucker, boy. Talon is that bitch is a motherfucker, boy, and her Force abilities is the shit. So you could even put them in this motherfucker. They're bad as a motherfucker. That's the reason that he was gonna make that George Lucas was gonna make them the new bad guy, because of how powerful they were together. So if you're getting
Maul too,
if you're getting off into the fucking, you know what I'm saying, like. Because that bitch is just, you got to think, Darth Talon comes in the room, you're like, oh my God, Jesus Christ. And then next thing you know, your head is chopped off with a fucking lightsaber. She her Force ability is seduction, you know what I'm saying? Like, she just knows how to seduce motherfuckers. She like uses the Force to seduce motherfuckers. And then you're fucking like, you're just a meatball of fucking horniness and you just die. Like, if she was doing that shit to fucking Jedi, so, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of fucking people if you go into like legends, but that's why I didn't want to get too much into legends.
Yeah, that's why I
try to stick with.
Well, that's why I didn't talk about Nihilus and Visa, because they're not like confirmed in canon either.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Darth Trey and Darth Sion not confirmed in canon. Like these are guys that are like close enough to canon.
Revan and Bane and Xana and Malik, all these people have been mentioned in canon. You know what I'm saying? So. That's why I said that. Plagueis has been mentioned in canon. So even though they might not technically be in canon, like they're not certified in canon yet, they've been mentioned within the movies or the cartoons or, you know what I'm saying? So something's been mentioned about them in fucking canon, because Malik was mentioned in The Mandalorian. You know what I'm saying? So since Malik was mentioned in the Mandalorian, that brought Revan and Malik into canon. You know, even though technically they still haven't put Malik or Revan in canon, they've been mentioned within the storyline. Bane has been mentioned as the ruler too, and Xana as his apprentice has been mentioned. So when you think about mentioning somebody within the Star Wars canon, that to me brings them into canon. They haven't talked about Tenebris and fucking any of these other people that we have. Darth Talon has not been mentioned. It was only mentioned it's been in the comic books, but it's not been in actual TV. I try to go off of actual shit we've seen on screen that somebody said something on screen about this character.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Revan and Malik was mentioned in Mandalorian, so that's why, even though Revan wasn't mentioned in any of the movies, Bane was. Xana's mentioned in the High Republic books. So, you know what I'm saying? No, not the High Republic book. When was because the High Republic books, everybody got to get past it. The High Republic books are canon. They are made by Disney. What was she mentioning? She was mentioning, I think, the Clone Wars. She was mentioned in the Clone Wars. I think it was in Rebels. It was in Rebels. She was mentioned in Rebels. So, you know, these characters, that's what I tried to go off of. Where have they been mentioned? Have they been talked about within, not just canon, but within the actual movie? I wasn't even going off of canon. Have they been mentioned on screen at some point in time? Because, I mean, Vishian didn't even need a fucking apprentice. He'd whoop all these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Not one of these motherfuckers on here.
Yeah, you need like 4 of the top 10
Dude, you're not
like
fucking
together to take Vishian.
Vishian's kids had to take him out and they manipulated him after this motherfucker was floating around in fucking space and shit. You know what I'm saying?
While like Revan was still fucking like assaulting him with like the spirit side of shit. So
you ain't fucking with Vishian. I'm sorry, you're not. That's just not gonna fucking happen. Vishian was fucking dope. That motherfucker killed a planet. You know what I'm saying? He sucked the force out of an entire planet. You're fucking dope. And the motherfucker's like 100,000 years old. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker's old as shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not fucking with Vishian. I'm sorry. I think out of only people that's fucking with Vishian is the Mortis gods, like the father. They can't even get stabbed with a lightsaber. You know what I'm saying? Like Anakin tried to stab him. He just puts his fucking hand up.
The Mortis god side of things. That's just, oh man.
It's metaphorical. Dave Filoni explained it in the thing. It's all metaphorical.
Yeah. What do you say we get on to the next inductees into the Hall of Fame?
All right. What we got?
All right, there's my little intro.
Oh, shit. Hey,
What?
my bad, y'all. We'll do it next Saturday. So put your comments in. Everybody put the comments in on whether or not you agree with us. I forgot to look at the fucking comments.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot to look at them. We'll do it next Saturday.
All right. So where's my thing? I got a list.
So how many people did you do? 10, and then
we did a bunch the last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch. So today I've only got 5.
Okay.
5 to add. And we'll go like 3 to 5 per episode. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So first one I got is Cad Bane. As far as bounty hunters go, like I'd say he's in a bounty hunter Hall of Fame, but the Star Wars Hall of Fame is a little bit different.
I don't know, man. He had a lot of fucking parts in Clone Wars, Rebels, The Bad Batch.
Even fucking
Then he
Book of
showed up in
Boba
Book
Fett.
of
He was
Boba
sick.
Fett. And he's fucking dope as shit.
He's awesome. I love him.
And he fucking plays a big ass role within the fucking Star Wars galaxy. Come on, he got the list for Palpatine for the kids, all the kids with Force abilities. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, man.
It's fucking hard, right?
That shit is hard. That shit is hard. And he did a lot, of it himself. You know what I'm saying? It's not like Palpatine that didn't do shit for nobody. He just had everybody else do it for him.
And he's not in any movies. That's if he was in a movie, I think I would be a for sure yes. The fact that he's not in any movies,
But
is
he's
the
in
only
every
part-
one of the
but
animated
but he's
series
in exactly.
and the book of Boba
You know,
Fett.
like where it's like, oh, I feel like
And he kind of like fucking says it in the book of Boba Fett that like he's the one that taught Boba Fett all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
I'm the one that
it's
taught
fucking
you.
hard.
Fucking yeah. I'd say yeah.
you say yes.
I say yeah. I'm gonna give it to Cad Bane. I'm gonna say yeah.
All right, what do you think in the chat, guys?
Uh-huh.
I'm still stuck in between. I'm like a neutral because
I'm gonna say yeah just because I like Cad Bane.
I love Cad Bane, dude, and I love his
I like
style.
Cad Bane, and
fucking-
I have to give it to him. He's in the fucking Clone Wars. He's in Rebels. He's in fucking the Bad Batch. He's in fucking and he's in the Book of Boba Fett. So, is he in Rebels? Cad Bane in Rebels?
I don't know.
I don't think he's in Rebels.
If you ask someone, hey, do you know like? You go and ask someone, do you know who Cad Bane is? Who hasn't really watched Star Wars? They're
Let's
not
say
gonna
watch
know.
Book of Boba Fett or any of the animated series. I don't know. Yeah, that might have to be a no because ain't nobody gonna know. You got to
Yeah.
be famous to be in the Hall of Fame. And I don't think that no, there's not enough people that know who Cad Bane is. Now, if you're not really into the animated series and you didn't watch Book of Boba Fett, you're not gonna have no idea. Even if you watch Book of Boba Fett, you see him in 2 episodes. That's not enough to make you famous. You know what I'm saying? Like for a Star Wars fan, you're gonna say yeah that he goes in the Hall of Fame. But if you're not a Star Wars fan, if you're new to the industry, he's not famous at all. Like. So I'm gonna have to say no. Because the Hall of Fame is still fame. You still have to be known to get into the Hall of Fame.
You got to be known, but at the same time, like we got players in the NFL. You couldn't name some of the players in the NFL Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that's true. So I couldn't name half the players in the NFL Hall of Fame.
Yeah, so it's like they got to be famous, but at the same time, like
He did do a lot of shit.
what
Man.
define famous? Because anybody who's seen the Clone Wars knows who Cad Bane is.
Well, and there's people that's famous that won like the Nobel Peace Prize. It's not like fucking famous. Like
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So like within the Star Wars, I feel like he's famous. It's just like
I say yes. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna say yes. Cad Bane. Cad Bane. Yeah. Yeah. Nelson said he's not a rebel.
Nelson says yes. We'll just give him a yes. We'll give him a
yes. I think a yes.
That's
I think
close.
Cad Bane goes in.
That was a close one. All right, next one. We got another droid because we ruled last time droids are allowed.
Yeah.
So now we got K2SO.
K2S. Yes, I think yes on K2SO.
Really? I was not
K2SO
expecting
is
you to say
fucking like-
yes.
Yeah, I would say yes on K2SO because he was a great character. He did do some fucking.
He did some badass shit.
Did some badass shit. He fucking sacrifices himself at the fucking end to get the job done. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I would say yeah to K2SO. I'd say K2SO over C3PO any fucking day. C3PO didn't do shit.
Yeah. I'm actually really surprised you say that. I
like
fully
K2SO.
expecting-
K2SO is my
I
shit.
was
That's
fully
my dude.
expecting you to say no to him. Not because you don't like him, just because I thought you would have said no.
Nah,
That's
fucking
wild.
K2SO is fucking like he was one of the best part of Rogue One. Shit.
The chat says no and no.
Oh shit.
Two no's for K2SO, but I say yes because I like K2SO.
Oh, we need a tiebreaker. Somebody come in with a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Who else is in the fucking thing? Bodie, you in here? Come on, somebody else with the
Yeah,
tiebreaker.
next chat. We needed at least one more chat to break this tie because damn.
Yeah, because we're tied
If
at this
3PO didn't make it, well, 3PO didn't make it for a reason. 3PO didn't do shit.
3PO didn't do nothing now. He might be famous. Everybody knows who C3PO is.
You
But
misunderstand.
he
Like
didn't do
they gotta be famous, but they also have to like back up their fame. You know what I mean? Like you got fucking famous football players that aren't in the Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? They're just famous for other reasons. Like within football, people know who Tim Tebow is. He didn't make fucking Hall of Fame.
Oh, hell no. Tim Tebow is fucking garbage. I know I'm a Broncos fan. That dude was one of the worst quarterbacks we ever had on the Broncos. I don't know. We got one of the best quarterbacks that fucking been in the league and he fucking sucks. He went to Denver. I don't know what the fuck. He just don't like Denver or something because they just keep getting their ass whooped. Hell, I still can't believe 70 70-20 is what the Broncos lost to the Dolphins. To the fucking Dolphins.
Yeah,
70-20. Like, Jesus. Bodie, Cad takes on Jedi, bro. Yeah, no, we got Cad. Cad went in there. We need Bodie. Who you think? What do you think about K2SO? We need a tiebreaker. C-3PO didn't make it. So do you let K2SO in? He was only in one movie. I don't think he was in any of fucking Rebels, Clone War. No, he was only in that one movie. But K2SO is the shit. That motherfucker's funny. Come on, Bodie.
That's the thing. Like, we get, like, yes, 3PO is, like, far more famous. But he didn't do
anything. Motherfucker didn't do nothing the whole goddamn fucking. He was in all 9 movies and didn't do shit. He didn't do a fucking thing.
It's decided. It's a no. It's a no.
Yeah, it's a no. Okay, so K2SO don't make it.
After K2SO, the third potential inductee is Kylo Ren. That's a tough one. That's a tough one, bro. Because Disney has made him so fucking famous. And he's like a big deal in the sequels. But is he doesn't compete with like the original trilogy and the prequel trilogy characters. You know what I mean?
But he was a fucking, I mean, he ain't the greatest bad guy in the world.
I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes.
But, I mean, the fucking redemption theme that he had,
I'm going to say yes. I don't like him.
And Bodie says it perfectly.
He's a poser. He's a poser. But I think he kind of has to be.
He has to be. He has to go in. I mean, he's Luke and Leia's son. He goes to the dark side. He has a redemption quality. He fucking basically saves fucking the end. He saves fucking Rey at the end. You know what I'm saying? He fucking gives up his life. You know what I'm saying? He has a lot of redeeming qualities, and he is famous. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows who Kylo Ren is. So
Nelson, I agree. He's absolutely missed potential. But like, just with the directions the sequels went. Yeah, I'm sorry. The sequels are the sequels. Like, when it comes to the sequels, he's a Hall of Fame character of the sequels. You know what I mean? And the sequels are movies. Like, I disagree with it. I hate it. But he has to go in.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I'm in agreement with that. I think he has to be in all of it.
Yeah. I don't like it, but he is.
He is the antagonist of the fucking sequel trilogy. Yeah. It's like fucking not letting Darth Vader in. Because, you know what I'm saying, he fucking didn't do it.
It's like Rey. It's the same as Rey. Like, I want to say no to Rey, but we said yes to Rey. So Kylo Ren has to be yes too.
Yeah, I mean, they're the main 2 characters of the sequel trilogy. I don't see any way that they can't be in there. You know what I'm saying? Right. And they did shit. I mean, it might not be the movies that we wanted to see, but they still did the shit that they were supposed to do within that movie. They beat the bad guy, you know what I'm saying? Kylo Ren redeemed himself and came back to the light, and he was the Darth Vader of fucking the sequel trilogy. So he has to be in. Okay, next one.
All right. Now, do we want to go 3 or 5?
We'll go 5.
Okay. So the next one, Mando, Din Djarin.
Hell yes.
Hell yeah. Hell yes. I say yes.
There's no fucking Mando. He didn't most famous person in Star Wars right now. You know what I'm saying? And he did it. He does everything. Mando's the shit. Mando's one of my favorite fucking characters, and he did a lot of shit. He's the fucking main character of the fucking. I mean, shit. It's called The Mandalorian. Fuck. He revitalized fucking Star Wars because it was fucking falling off after the sequel trilogy. And yeah, Mando's definitely Mando's in there.
Mando's definitely in there. Not much to argue there. Now this is where it gets tough, because by fame it's an easy yes, but by accomplishment, Grogu.
Oh shit!
It's tough, right?
Yeah, that is kind of tough. Cause Grogu
Because,
really
like,
don't do much,
bro, like everybody knows who the fuck Grogu is. Even people who haven't watched it are like, "Oh, Baby Yoda," but he's literally just Baby Yoda. That's why people know him. I
But he
feel
has
like
done some. I mean, he has done some shit. You know what
I
I'm
feel
saying?
like he's a no, just
He
because he
has done
hasn't.
some stuff. You know what I'm saying? He was fucking them damn stormtroopers up in the thing. He lifts up the fucking rhino looking thing. He fucking holds back the fire. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying?
that's so.
I mean, and he's a 50-year-old
I'm with Star Wars
baby. So
later. I think no, maybe later. We're not saying impactful.
yeah, but we're gonna have to wait.
saying
We'll all be
Hall
dead
of
by the
Fame.
time he's old enough to fucking be able to do anything. Like he can't even talk yet. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I mean. Like, bro, he's not even old enough to talk yet. He's a fucking baby. I say no. Like, he has
I don't know. I want to
potential.
say yes.
But
I
the
say
fact
yes.
that so
Baby
many
Yoda is
people,
the shit.
the fact that so
he
many
fucking
people,
saves Mando's ass like a whole bunch of times.
but the fact that everybody's calling him Baby Yoda still shows like it's not him. He's riding on the coattails of Yoda. He needs to prove that he's
I'm
his
getting
own
beat out
character.
because Star Wars team leader said no, and Nielsen says needs to prove more. It's too early, so that's 3 right there. I already got beat out.
Yeah. I say I'm not going to say no. I'm just going to say not yet. I think you give it like more seasons. I think he's got potential. I just think right now he's a no.
I just don't. This is my
He's
thing.
still a rookie. He's still a rookie.
This is my thing though. It's like we're not gonna get enough time. Fuck, he's gonna be dead before. You know what I'm saying?
You might
Before
be
he gets
dead.
to prove anything, I say yeah.
I think, bro, and the thing is, like, he's famous. He has so much. He's big in the story. I just don't think he's done anything on his own to like prove that he's in the Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I agree with that. He hasn't done a whole lot, but it's just kind of hard because
it's super hard. That's what I mean. Like, that's why I put him in because I knew this one would be tough.
yeah, that's. I mean, I agree with y'all that he hasn't really done a lot. I mean, he done a little couple of things, held back some fire, picked up the rhino thing. He's cute. You know what I'm saying? He's used the force a few times, but you know what I'm saying? He hasn't really done a whole lot.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's super fucking famous.
We don't
but
know what his path is. We don't know what his purpose is. So, all right. So that means we've inducted 3 new members into the Hall of Fame this week. We have Cad Bane, Kylo Ren, and Mando have all been inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Okay. All right, let's get to some news and rumors.
All right. Let me press the button because I wasn't ready for it.
This is Alton Castle for the only news you need, the HoloNet News.
All right, so what do we got here? All right, so we talked about the Ahsoka thing, and this is on the direct. It says Ahsoka suffers weak final viewership. Will season 2 even happen? And reading through the article, basically there's a lot of people skepticizing that there's not going to be a season 2 that because of what Bob Iger said that if they're not getting a lot of views, that they're not going to let them make a season 2 of stuff that a lot of people are scared that there will be no they won't renew for a season 2, which I'm kind of skeptical about because it had a good turnaround. It might not have got the viewership on the final episode, but overall viewership was not bad. It was up there higher than season 3 of Mando. And I think that it was, even though it wasn't the best, it wasn't as great as I wanted it to be. It was still good enough that I think that it could go. And I think that they need to do it to show what happens to, I mean, I just don't see any way that they can't do it. They left it on such a big cliffhanger that they have to come out with a season 2 to explain everything. If they don't, they can't just go into the movie. There's still too much that needs to be told. And I just don't. I don't think they can leave that big of a gap and jump into the movie, especially when the movie ain't supposed to come out till like 2031, and that's speculation at this fucking point because we don't know when the Actors fucking Guild is going to be done striking.
They could do like a Mando Boba Fett thing where they follow more of that story in another series.
Well, I do have a feeling, and I was really sitting back thinking about this, and I think I mentioned this before, is that I think that somehow, since the skeleton crew thing is supposed to be, you know, they're lost in space and trying to figure out, I think that they stumble upon this planet.
You think so? They stumble into another fucking galaxy?
I think, I don't know why I have a feeling that they're going to do that shit and they're going to find Ahsoka and Sabine there and they're going to intermingle. And I'm not the only person that thinks this either. I thought this before, but then I've read a couple articles where other people have thought that this is the way that they're going to go with the skeleton crew, which I mean, we never know. But I have a feeling that because they've intermingled damn near everything together. So it just makes sense. But I still don't think it'll be enough to we got to find out why Thrawn went to Dathomir. We got to find what's going on with Balin and fucking, and Shin. We got to find out what happens with Ahsoka. We got to find out what Ezra and Hera does. You know what I'm saying? We got to find out what the Republic does with now that Thrawn is there. You know, the shit is called Here to the Empire for a fucking reason. You know what I'm saying? They can't just jump into the movie. They got way too much to explain. Because if they don't, I mean, they could always go back and do it later after the movie comes out. But come on, the movie ain't even put on the thing until like 2031. And then we got the actors fucking strike and all this different shit that's going on. It just doesn't make a lot of sense for me not to get a season 2, which, I mean, if we are talking about Disney, they've done fucking worse than that, but I don't know. I think we're going to get a season 2.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't see how they can just would skip over that. It just wouldn't make that's like a I think they're going to do a season 2. Come on.
Yeah,
even if it has no viewership, they're gonna put out a season 2.
You know, I think it's already been written. We know Dave has said before he likes to write things concurrent. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't like taking breaks into things. So I think he at least wrote out 2 to 3 seasons. It's already done. Scripts is already there. If not, they might even already filmed the shit. Because, you know, Dave and them look at things, and Dave is really good at viewing, you know, future aspects of shit. And I think they all knew that the writer's strike and the fucking actor strike was going to happen long before it ever happened. Because these things they get talked about long times before they ever happen. I think he might have already filmed part of it. They already got some of the shit done.
And I think a big part of the reason of the week finale viewership is kind of what we talked about. Like the characters at the beginning, unless you knew them before, completely unengaging, uncompelling, and dry.
And then you gotta think about it. How many people watch shit? You know, I know people that fucking get together and they fucking watch shit together. You know what I'm saying? So just because they didn't watch it at home, and you're only getting one fucking link to, you know what I'm saying, that viewership. And then I don't even know how they judge the viewership, because it used to be that they used to send out these fucking boxes years ago. It was like the one thing. And they sent out these fucking boxes, and people would put it on their TV, and it would record it would register what they watched. Nowadays, shit is being watched online. You know what I'm saying? Shit's being bootlegged and fucking sent out, because you got a lot of people that don't have Disney Plus. So can you really say, 1.8 million does not seem, at 320 million people in the United States, and we know that there's 100 fucking million fucking Star Wars fans, and I'm exaggerating there. We don't know exactly how many, but there's a lot of Star Wars fans. I don't think that that 1.8 is an accurate fucking description. I don't think none of them descriptions was fucking even close to being right. You know what I'm saying? I just don't see it happening. So I think they're coming out with a season 2. I think there will definitely be a season 2, or at least something that leads in another something that all interties it together that will make it sense. So we don't wait 10 years to figure out what happens with Ahsoka and Sabine. I don't think it's going to happen. Do you have anything?
Which actually leads me. I saw an article that it's got to be controversial, because it talks about how Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau need to start, because these last 2 kind of shows that they came out with didn't have the reaction that they were hoping for. they're arguing that they need to like share some of the load and bring more riders in so that it's not just John kind of coming up with ideas, because they argue that John was kind of like running out of steam, pushing it too much, like trying to force it. And so I wanted to see what you thought about that. I mean, you know how I think about it. I didn't like Ahsoka. I think it didn't have the best writing. It had some good Jon Favreau qualities that we liked.
Well, Jon Favreau didn't have anything to do
sorry,
with this.
I mean
series.
Filoni. Sorry, Filoni. It had some good Dave Filoni qualities that we liked, but it still wasn't like great. I kind of agree that like maybe bring some other writers in. But I don't know. What did you think?
I don't know, because we've seen with the Disney writers that have worked on some the other Disney projects that they haven't done well. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't want to include writers that they just come write this and they ain't even Star Wars fans. Like, I don't think that would work. And I don't think that they would work well with... I don't think that would work well with Dave Filoni. Dave is like George. He has certain ways that he does stuff. This is the way that he does it, and he's not going to want to stray from the way that he works things. And I also think that Dave has always been a build-up person. He always builds up the story. And Ahsoka built up the story. I think he went way too slow on the first 4 parts.
Right.
He didn't give us enough information. He didn't give us enough character development, enough backstory for us to understand what the characters were going through to get to the point where they were at. And then tried to give it all to us at the very end, which I don't think that was a good technique, but it was a technique that we haven't really seen before. We haven't seen a whole lot of, and you got to try new stuff out. So I don't think it would be a good idea to bring other writers. They'll let Dave do what he does, and I know it'll turn out right at the end. I think season 2, when they do come out with it, and I do believe that they're going to come out with a season 2, is going to be way different than they were at season 1. And I think a lot of Mando's success was word of mouth. People talking about it. And I think there's going to be more viewership because people are going to be talking about how good the last 4 episodes were, and where it left us, and people are going to want to see what happens. So I think that viewership is going to change in the long run, and I think season 2 will fucking explode. I think it'll be way better than what a lot of people are expecting it to be. I truly believe that I think Dave should have just sped it up a little bit in the first 4 parts.
Yeah, Ahsoka's gotten some mixed reviews. I think I still think making it a movie would have helped that a lot.
It would have been faster. It would have been
faster. It wouldn't have
a lot of that fluff
drawn out a lot of the fluff. I think it would have helped you overcome the stale performance of some of the characters, because I think part of why some of the people thought the characters were so bland and so dry and stiff was that you had these long scenes of the characters not really doing anything.
Well, and the crazy thing, overall, I looked at like 5 different review sites, and like overall, it got pretty decent ratings. I mean, it was in between 7 and 8 for ratings. And I think that's about accurate. I don't think it was bad, and I don't think it was great. I think it was just good.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
But the thing is, like, you get mixed reviews too. Like Google has it at like 3.1 because you had like literally half people ranking it 4 and 5, and the other half were 1 and 2. So it's like, yeah, it's split. It's sitting around, I think, like 70%. Yeah. Like Rotten Tomatoes fans, it was at 70%.
Yeah, I mean, I think, and we rated it at about a 7.
Right.
And I don't think that that's inaccurate. It wasn't fucking super great, but it wasn't bad neither. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like fucking Book of Boba Fett where you're like, what the fuck is going on, man? What is this? Like, what the hell? Like, you're watching it like, what the fuck is this? It wasn't like that. It was just like, okay, you know what I'm saying? It's like, why? You know what I'm saying? It brought up a lot of questions of why. Like, why did Ahsoka take Sabine on as a fucking apprentice? Why did this happen? And then he just didn't answer it till the end. You know, when it kind of showed why if it was truly ever really answered. But Ahsoka sensed that Sabine had force abilities, and she, what I'm saying, that's something that she could do. She might have tested her fucking midichlorians. We didn't know. But I think that a lot of it was, it's just where it's at. You know what I'm saying? And I think like I said, we've seen it in Clone Wars and we've seen it in Rebels, that a lot of times Dave will fucking start off slow and build up to bring you somewhere. Right. He's taking you on a journey. And you don't start the journey at the end. You know what I'm saying? You started at the beginning, and sometimes the beginning of the journey is boring. And that's the way he writes. And I don't think a new writer coming in to try to help him is going to fucking do that shit. Because I think, honestly, season 2 is already written. I think he wrote it all out because that was one of the things that George said that he admired about Dave. Dave will sit down and start writing, and he'll write all the way to the fucking end of the season. The whole season would be written before they fucking even started writing. And he's already writing the second season before they even start recording the first season of Clone Wars or Rebels. You know what I'm saying? That was one of the things that he admired about his capabilities. And we know as season 1 of fucking the Clone Wars, that shit started off slow than a motherfucker, boy. It was like, God damn, this is fucking slow. But then, the payoff was at the end, which is still not the greatest season. And then you go into 2 and 3, it just kept getting better and better and better and better all the way to the fucking 7th season. It's just 6th and 7th season was just excellent. So, I think it'll build up to a point. Disney announced 5 main Star Wars actors in the next show, the Skeleton Crew. So we already know about Jude Law.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we got Jude Law. Then we got Ryan Kara Armstrong. It's the girl from The Old Way, Charlie McGee, and Firestarter. The chick that plays the Firestarter girl. She's in it. We got Robert Timothy Smith. He played in Mythic Quest, Good Girls, and Taj's I don't think I've seen any of those movies. I don't think
Jaleel White.
Jaleel White is in it. They're going to be in it. Then we also got Cabot Connor, or Reva Cabot Connor. She played and Once Upon a Studio from Disney Animations. She's the voice of Antonio in Encanto, however you say that shit. Then we got
yeah, dude.
But see, the problem is that the pictures.
I'm not really recognizing a lot of these guys. Yeah. Besides Jude Law and like Jaleel White, the rest are kind of like.
And then Kyrana, I don't know how to say her name. Looks like Rihanna. Catter, another confirmed actor for Skeleton Crew. She previously starred in the United States of AL and Bunked, The Healing Garden, and more. So I don't even know who none of that. And then of course Jaleel White and Jude Law. So got somewhat of we got some of the cast, or at least the cast that they've announced so far. Which the girl from the new Firestarter, I mean, I know who she is.
I don't know what to think about Skeleton Crew, man, because like that, the general overview of like what it's going to be about just doesn't sound super.
Well, I mean, super interesting. Some fucking a Jedi fight, some fucking kids lost in space. They could take that a lot of different ways, but yeah, I'm not.
That's what I mean. Like it's.
I'm not highly fucking like, oh my God, I can't wait for Skeleton Crew to come out like I was with Ahsoka.
Well, the thing is, like, at least for me, like the shows that like haven't had the most like excitement have been like, in my opinion, the best. Andor, like we talked about when Andor was first announced, I honestly didn't. I wasn't really. It was like, whatever. But then when it came out, and I fucking loved it.
Yeah, I mean,
but then like Book of Boba Fett, we were all like, "Fuck yeah, let's go!" And it kind of fell flat. So.
Yeah. Well, we was the same way with Kenobi. We were like, what the fuck, Kenobi? Yeah. Oh, shit, they're coming out with fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi show. Oh, my God, this is going to be the great. And we were like, what the fuck is this shit?
So, like, just because it doesn't seem super...
They should have called it the Reva show with guest appearance, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
And so that's the thing, like, while, like, the whole overview doesn't sound super intriguing, that's also why I'm kind of looking forward to it. Because it's
Well, and I think
obviously
something
it's a show that's obviously not coasting off of like popular characters that have already been introduced. It's a new, fresh story, which makes me think like, okay, then it's probably going to be a decent story if they're not having to rely on like characters that people already know to generate the hype. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, and you know, it could be compelling. I know it's based for teenagers. You know what I'm saying? Like the teenager type of story. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be kind of like fucking Stranger Things, you know, type of feel. Or they also somebody said it was going to be kind of like the fucking X-Men fucking kids fucking show. You know, where the kids that were fucking all had special abilities and shit, and they trying to get away from the Sentinels, whatever that show that was. They said it was going to be like that, which is, you know what I'm saying? Like them ain't like that's something that Disney knows how to do well. You know what I'm saying? They know how to make them teen shows very well. So I'm like I said, I'm not super excited. I want to see it. But at the same time, it's you know it's like yeah. Well, I'm not super excited about seeing it, but at the same time, I do want to watch it because. Like I said, we were completely surprised by what they did with Andor. Right. And it's written by somebody that's not directly a Star Wars person in general. You know what I'm saying? It has more of a... So, and Andor was, you know, somebody that only did Rogue One. They came in with a whole new story, a whole new concept of the way to do things. And it turned out all right. So
even though it's not like some big Star Wars name we've heard before, don't sleep on it.
Yeah. Now this is not really Star Wars, but it is because the way that they put out this article. It says it's not Star Wars levels tech yet, but doctors got a step closer to a bionic hand with special surgery and AI.
Ooh!
So they're being able to use AI and special surgery to pretty much give you your prosthetic. You can move it. And like I watched a little video that they have on there, and yeah, it's pretty awesome what they can do. You know what I'm saying? And it's like attached to your body. It's not some shit you got to strap on, and it's actually attached to your fucking bone. And you can fucking, I mean, it's not like you're gonna be able to fucking do all this shit, but you can move it. So you know, it's pretty fucking cool. The ideas from Star Wars is coming to reality. That's another time that I think Star Wars has, you know what I'm saying, impacted the culture and the thought process of scientists and stuff like that. Like, we could probably figure out how to do this. Now, I don't know if I got my hand cut off, if I'd want some bionicle hand like fucking, you know what I'm saying, like Anakin. That shit would be a little bit crazy, but I thought it was pretty cool. I read through the article and watched a little video on it, and it's pretty fucking, pretty awesome. Go ahead.
I saw, this is kind of related, but Ahmad Best was talking about how he like is manifesting how he wants to join the MCU, like the Marvel universe, and how he thinks he'd make a great Blue Marvel. Which, if you know who Blue Marvel is, he's a character in Marvel, right? I mean, I disagree. I think Idris Elba would be a great job. But I could see Ahmad playing it, maybe.
Idris Elba.
I think Idris Elba is probably better, but well, just because like Ahmad Best is a little bit like he's a little skinny, and Blue Marvel's like he's a fucking jacked superhero. So that's why I'm thinking like Idris Elba might be better, but
yeah.
But you put some pounds on, yeah, I can see it. All right, is that it for news?
Let me see. Let me double check. Yeah, that's all I have.
All right, we want to get into. Do you got time for the quiz, real quick?
Yeah, fuck it. We were supposed to be doing a shorter episode, but fuck it, we got to talking. We always.
I mean, we can end it now if you gotta go. I get it.
No. It's all right. Fuck it. I ain't in that big of a rush. I just feel like shit. I got a couple things I gotta go do, but it's all right.
I'll hit the.
Stop right there, you rebel scum. Prepare yourself for the Star Wars Impossible quiz. Blast them.
So since today we were talking about characters, you know what I'm saying, you know, Masters and Apprentice duels, and you know, we did another round of the character thing. I tried to keep this one character related. Okay, so question number one. What is Ahsoka Tano's exact height in feet and inches when she is fully grown?
5'6".
Nope.
Oh, really?
Nope.
Are we talking like Rosario Dawson or like
We're
in
talking
the
about just
story
fully
how tall
grown.
she's supposed to be?
Fully grown Ahsoka Tano. You know what I'm saying? I know
So,
it's
like,
kind of hard because
Rosario Dawson or like Clone Wars or like.
But from what it says in the character encyclopedia, it gives one height for the character in general. It doesn't say Rosario Dawson, fucking Clone Wars or Clone Wars. It just gives her one height.
I mean, she looks kind of tall to me.
That's what was getting me, because if you look in fucking in like Rebels, she's short. But then you look at Rosario Dawson height,
True.
she's kind of tall. So it's
That's
like,
what I mean. Like Rosario Dawson's like, she just seems tall to me. But I guess Rosario Dawson's only like what, like 5'8", 5'7".
Nope.
Well, fucking 6 foot when you put the fucking giant Twi'lek thing on her head. So
her exact height is 5'9".
5'9"?
Yep. By what it says in the character encyclopedia, she's 5'9".
Jesus.
That's why I was like, dude, she's way shorter than that in Rebels. Like, fuck, she's damn near, she ain't even as tall as she's like just a little bit taller than Ezra. He's like 13. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Okay. What type of weapon does Baze Malbus use in his part of Rogue One?
Who?
Baze Malbus. The
Who
fucking
the fuck is...
the other dude that's with the fucking dude with the Gatling gun.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm on with the False Force, his friend.
Yep.
Fucking goddamn, that's a great question. It's a sick gun, I can tell you that. That gun is fucking dope.
He's fucking taking them motherfuckers out.
I don't know how. Like 1 second it's like full auto, and the next it's like a shotgun. So it's like, yeah. I'm curious because it's a sick gun.
Yep. Uh-huh.
I give up, but I just want to Google it now. Can I just Google it just so I can look at it?
It's called the MWC 35C Staccato Lightning Repeating Cannon.
Jesus, that's a huge
That's a long ass name. When I first seen the name, I said, holy shit, man, fuck, I gotta type all this motherfucker out. Okay. Next one. The railgun thing. Yeah, Nielsen. The railgun thing. Bodhi Rook flew kyber crystals from Jeddah to what planet? For the Empire. What planet did he take them to?
Say one more time.
Bodhi Rook flew kyber crystals from Jeddah to what planet?
That's funny. Damn, that's tough. It wouldn't be like Scarif or something. It would be...
Okay, I'll give you a hint. Think about close to where they were designing the fucking shit.
I don't
designing
remember.
The
Death Star?
The Death Star.
I don't remember.
Bodhi said,
was it
Bodhi
Geonosis?
No.
Fuck, I don't remember where they were designing it.
All right. Edu. They
Ah.
were taking it to planet Edu. Okay, Bully was the person that related them. Bully was the person who took the information to the Resistance to about Palpatine's return. What happened to him? Who was the people that gave fucking Finn and Poe the information to the gave them the information about Palpatine's return?
The fucking screenwriters. It was the fucking screen. Somehow Palpatine returned. I don't know. Fucking. It
It's
was
in
just
the movie. It's in the movie. You know what happens to him. It's in the movie.
Does he get shot? Or he's on a ship and it blows up?
No. Come on, chat.
Yeah, see, they all guess Geonosis too.
Yeah, well, it's Edu. He flew kyber crystals from.
No, I know,
Jedi.
but I had a good guess, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's a good guess. Bully was the person that related. Why did I put related? That related the information to the resistance of Palpatine's return. What happened to him? Come on, the chat's kind of far behind.
He had a mental breakdown.
Okay, I'm gonna get an answer. Kylo Ren cuts off his head and throws it on the table.
Cuts off his head?
Yep. It's in the movie.
Jesus.
He walks in. Well, you don't see him cut off his head, but he walks in and throws the head on the table.
Right. Okay.
Which is kind of gruesome. Okay.
Yeah.
The Deveronian mercenary Berg is known for his cruel sense of humor. Why is it cruel? That's the big fucking Deveronian dude in Mando.
Why is his sense of humor cruel?
Yep.
That's a great question. I got no clue. Because he's an asshole? Fucking.
That's a good thing, but that's not it. Yep, Nelson got his head was chopped off. And then Kylo Ren threw it on the table.
I'm surprised that I just didn't remember that. The fuck?
The Deveronian mercenary Berg is known for his cruel sense of humor. Why is it cruel?
Sense of.
Why is it cruel?
See, I don't fucking remember, bro.
So remember when they're going on board, they rescue that they go on to the in the episode of The Mandalorian, they go on the prison transport to get rid of that, to save that girl Twi'lek's brother. That's a job that they have to do. And the fucking big devil looking dude that's on there, that's the Deveronian fucking Berg. That's Berg. And he says some stuff on there. Why is a sense of humor cruel?
I don't remember. I give up.
Okay. He belittles those he sees as beneath him. If you listen to his jokes, it's always putting people down. He's always saying something to put somebody down.
He's an asshole.
He's an asshole. But
no, I was playing.
It was more. I mean, technically, you ain't wrong. He's a fucking asshole. Okay, Finn tries to book passage with a pirate crew at Maz's castle. What was the name of the red captain of that crew?
God damn it! Oh fuck! This is one I feel like I could know.
Yeah. So they're there. Finn's trying to book.
Because like they obviously they say the name.
It's the guy in the red fucking thing. He got the red helmet on with the.
Yeah,
fucking
I'm picturing him too. Harrison
poking out the
brother.
side of his.
That's fuck, dude. I don't know. God damn it.
Star Wars team leader said because he's a feathers. Harrison Dula's brother.
Damn. I don't remember.
It's crazy because his name is almost like a fucking Marvel character's name.
Is it? What Marvel character? Steve Rogers.
No. He's a bad
Tony
guy.
Stark. Tony Spark.
He's a bad guy.
Loki. Noki. Thanos. Manos. Thanos.
You're not even
Canos.
guessing. His name is Ithano.
Oh my God! So yeah, super close.
Or Ithano if you say it proper, but it looks like Ithano. Okay. Captain Sabron leads a mission to destroy Kajimi. Kajimi, how do you say that shit? What did she expect to gain with this mission?
A boyfriend?
I'd be her boyfriend. She wasn't that bad looking.
Wait, so what was the question? Who? Who were we talking about?
This Captain Sabron, I don't know how to say it, leads the mission to destroy Kajimi. So remember in the movie, she's instructed Captain go to Kajimi and blow it up. All right. She's the captain of the ship.
The Imperial, right?
Yeah, the Imperial captain.
She's a bad guy. Okay.
The bad guy, or the First Order bad guy that's sent to go blow up the fucking thing. What did she expect to gain with this mission?
A promotion?
Not really.
Oh, damn.
Kind of. I mean, it could lead to that, but that's not.
Some alone time with Kylo Ren.
Maybe.
With Ben Swolo.
Like, I still can't get that. You know I ain't the most attractive motherfucker on the world, but when women were saying that fucking Adam Driver was fucking attractive, I said, man, motherfucker looks like Gonzo. That's fucking big hook nose. The fuck are y'all talking about? That dude is ugly as shit.
He's not like. I mean, he's not like. I wouldn't say he's ugly, but he's definitely not like, oh my God, like everybody says.
Yeah, that shit was. I could not get that shit for the world of me. Like, dude, that dude is not attractive. Like, fuck, man. Like, Tom Cruise is attractive. Adrian Alvarez is attractive. Fucking Tupac was attractive. These motherfuckers ain't attractive. This dude looks like somebody smashed him in the face with a skillet and broke his fucking nose.
I love his. Have you seen Adam Driver's Marine picture? Because he was in the Marines, you know? Bro, his fucking Marine picture's funny, dude.
I'll have to look it up.
Like, you understand why he has long hair.
So she wanted to get General Pride's admiration.
Oh.
That's the reason she was excited about to lead the mission. Okay, how many times do we see Death Star gunners on screen in Star Wars?
Like, is this including
on
like
screen.
The big laser?
Yeah, the people that shoot the Death Star laser. How many times do we see them on screen?
In the movies. All the movies.
In all the movies.
I want to say like twice.
Nope.
3 times.
Yep. We see him 3 times. Yep.
Yeah, I want to say it was like 2 or 3.
One in Rogue
One. It wasn't that much.
One time in Rogue One, one time in 4, and one time in 6.
Yeah, there we go. That sounds right.
Okay, how many times do we see Death Troopers on screen in live action?
Ooh. In Rogue One, we see them. Well, we see them a couple times in like fucking Rogue One.
Yeah, but how many movies do you see them in?
Oh, 1.
Or how many times on screen do you see them? Like between movies, TV shows, cartoons.
Oh, I get what you're saying. So, like, in how many things are they on screen? Gotcha. So it's not like how many scenes, because I'm like, it shows them, then it goes back to the other character, then it shows them again. So I'm like, okay, I get it. They visit what's his face's farm, and then on Scarif. No?
Same movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're not going off of screen. We're going on how many times, like how many different shows and shit do we see?
How many? Then I say once.
Once? Okay.
Yeah.
Nielsen says once. Star Wars team leader said 4 times. It's twice. Once in Rogue One and once in The Mandalorian.
We see
Or
him in Mando?
in Rogue One and in The Mandalorian. When the what's his face gets off of the fucking ship.
Oh shit! You're right. Damn it.
Now I think I might have asked this question. I didn't check on question number 10, but I said fuck it. It seemed like a good question. So if I did, I'm sorry. Y'all should know the answer then. What does the dot on Depo Balaba's head represent?
It's like a religious thing. They're part Indian.
What is the religious thing?
I don't know, like Hindu or something.
It's like the Indian dot on her.
Yeah. Wait, so who is this again? I'm sorry.
Depo Balaba.
Depro Balaba?
Depo Balaba. You know the Jedi with the chick with the dot on her
Oh, yes. Okay. I mean, isn't she an Indian actress?
head? I don't know.
I actually want to look that up just to see if she is.
We're talking about like those are the same Death Troopers. What do you mean they're the same Death Troopers?
Yeah, they're not
This
the
fucking
same.
thing is like 2 minutes behind and shit. They're like the chat's coming in like way later than
Yeah,
like
they
this
are.
shit is fucking super far behind today. I wonder why it's so damn far behind. They need to fix this shit.
Yeah,
I guess
because
it's-
the live action actress is like Indian, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know, but there's a reason that she has that fucking dot on her head. There's a significant reason in Star Wars. Nielsen said push start.
Push start. Jesus Christ.
That was a good one, Nielsen. That was a
God
good one.
damn,
The
bro.
push start button. How you get her going? Push the start. Activate
Fucking-
force.
That's funny, bro. That's funny. A target during Order 66. God
Okay.
damn, that push start. That's good.
All right, I'm gonna give y'all the answers. It's the Chalatin, however you say that name, mark of illumination.
So what does that mean?
It's a religious fucking thing for the
Chalatin
Chalatin,
mark of
Chalatin.
illumination.
Chalatin, whatever fucking people she is. And that's it for the Star Wars Impossible quiz. So, we have the 5th tomorrow, the 22nd, and the 29th for Sundays coming up. So, one of those days, we will let you guys know which day we will be watching The Force Awakens, which is going to be a hilarious show because I'm going to be talking a lot of shit about how this is just a New Hope redone with a woman actress. And Finn is the fucked up wannabe fucking Han Solo. Excuse me. That shit was nasty. Like I said, I was sick. I'm surprised I made it only through all the way till 2 hours in before I did that. But so we'll be doing Phantom Menace. We'll let you guys know. Keep an eye out on our social medias because I'll probably just post it up there when we're gonna do it. If not, I mean, we might tell you guys next weekend because I doubt we're doing it tomorrow. So,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's going to happen. So we will definitely let you guys know when that's coming out. Star Wars Audio Archives podcast. There is Death Troopers is being played every Tuesday and Thursday all the way up to Halloween. They're like an hour long each one. So it's like one came out yesterday, and so the rest will be coming out. So definitely go check that out. And we're working on some other stuff. I'm also working on right now getting the new website up. The other website, yeah, that shit was garbage. That shit was just, yeah, it was terrible. So I just let it expire, and I'm gonna redo it and do it way better with way better shit. I use garbage shit, and the person that I had running it wasn't working. They weren't doing the shit that they were supposed to be doing. So the new email, I'll give you guys the information on when it's released. We're getting the store up. I'm getting the store up before we even do it because we had the fucking website up for a year, and the store never even got activated. So everything's gonna be activated before I start the fucking website. Before the website goes live, everything's gonna be done and ready. I'm not gonna depend. So it's gonna take me a little bit of time to get it all done and up and going, because I'm gonna do it all myself. So that's gonna, cut into time that I have to do other things. But it's all right, because you guys deserve to get a good fucking website that you guys can get the information that we have, and where we can put extra content on for you guys, that people that are coming and doing stuff with us and spending time with us can get some feedback and get some back end content that you guys don't always get to see. So we definitely want to do that. And we have some really good ideas that's coming out. We're coming up on our 200th episode. This is 197, and I'm still working on trying to get some guests on. And hopefully here pretty soon we might have a special guest for you guys, somebody that's been on the show before that we had good responses to. A lot of people like it. So that might be coming up too here pretty soon. We're definitely working on some stuff. We're trying to get some new content together and working on some stuff to give you guys better and more content. So I think that's about it for today. Guys, stay outrageous, peace, and may the force be with you always.
Thank you for tuning in to LSR. If you've enjoyed the show, consider subscribing so you can be notified when new episodes are released. If you would like to be a guest on the show or just want to give us some feedback, feel free to email us. You can also reach out to us on all major social media platforms. LightSaber Radio is produced by PicFilm Media and is a Swaycast original, starring Garrison Turcotte, CJ Elliott, and Kyle McDaniel. And don't forget to join us next time for more adventures in a galaxy far, far away.